Alright. Hey, what's up guys? Just welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Last time we finished the Mohoyo event, but last time in the main story, we finished LB4, Pepperoncino got away. He, called in a favor from Kuyanskia, which will apparently have consequences for him. But you know, that's his problem to worry about. And now we have the means to travel across the ocean to reach the 5th lost belt. Hey V6, hey Meridak. Thanks in part to, or thanks mostly to Captain. And yeah, this is the big one. I think I've mentioned this before. I do know that Atlantis eventually, like, there's two parts to it. It goes from Atlantis to Olympus. So I'm sure Atlantis is fine, but I'm actually more excited to get into the Olympus portion. But you know, gotta go through Atlantis first. Oh, but anyway, yeah, no, I guess we just hop into it, I suppose. Hey, Gogeta. Hey, Memoria. Any feelings in terms of else? I have a lot of theories regarding her. I don't know if I haven't read her profile, which is so maybe the things I'm thinking about her are confirmed there. I don't know. Maybe I should read her profile before I go into what I think, but my guess is Third Ascension Alice is actually like the Wander Snatch, because there's an entity within the mist that eats people, right? Or the mist itself eats people. I'm assuming that's what Third Ascension Alice is, especially given her noble phantasm. I don't know. But again, for all I know, those are things that are confirmed or not in her profile. Again, I haven't read her profile yet. I need to go through and read a lot of the profiles, to be honest. I keep saying that though, and I never do it. But I should at some point. At least for the more interesting servants, anyway. I really should do that. Good morning, senpai. Is your formal dress all ready to go? Why do we need formal? Okay. I know it's been 2 weeks since we got back from the Indian Lost Belt. But today they're finally supposed to finish making modifications to the Shadow Border. And complete construction on the new Nautilus that has the Shadow Border at its core. I can't wait to see what it looks like once they let us back into the dock at 9 AM. Yeah, it should be exciting. I remember Captain was very particular about having us, quote, wake up at the crack of dawn and remain on standby until further notice. Yeah, lots of people are split. I'm liking 5.1 and 5.2 more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just more interested in Olympus. For all I know, it could end up being the complete opposite, and I actually end up liking Atlantis more. I guess I'll have to see after I go through both of them. But I'm sure. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not interested in Atlantis. I don't know. I like Greek stuff. So I mean, I guess. I don't know. I never really equate Atlantis to Greece, because I don't. You know. Am I not remembering? I'm pretty sure Poseidon's domain in Greek mythology isn't called Atlantis, right? I'm pretty sure. Maybe it is. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure it's just the ocean in general. But formal dresses was a kanji from Mystic Code, literally. Oh. But they always. Why change? Because they almost always translate it to Mystic Code. Why change it to? Okay. Weird. Testing. Everything good with this mic? Yeah. Hey guys, can you hear me? Are my dulcet tones carrying clearly to your waiting ears? Yeah. Tom Link, Wada, Octavia, Chin, Cayenne, Elron, Marcus, Munier, Director Gordolf, Mash, and last but not least, Ritsuka. As the 11 staff members of Novum Calodia, your patience has been much appreciated. Now come on down to the dock and meet a brand new ship. That's right, it's time for the launch ceremony for Captain Nemo's Nautilus. Nemo? Hey. Thanks for coming to celebrate with us. We're so lucky we got to put the Nautilus together in a secret underground dock like this. Congrats, guys. We deserve it. I can't wait till we can set sail. Yeah, congratulations to you too, Ritsuka and Mash. You guys are gonna be there for tomorrow's test voyage too, right? Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun. I wonder if we can still fire torpedoes in the Void Sea. Maybe we shouldn't attempt it. Master, do you know why there are so many Nemos here? It's his crew. What do you mean? It's a whole series of Nemos. The Nemo series. No, but I've seen them around here and there before. Yeah. They said something about that before, how... I think maybe it was Munier said he saw a weird-looking Nemo doing something. I don't remember. How have they not ever realized there's multiple before? No, but I've seen them around here and there before. Hey, who said you could leave your posts? You're making a mockery of the launch ceremony, damn it! Marines, line up! Ah! Look out, guys! Captain's all mad! Come on, let's all line up! That's more like it. Now, roll call. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of the deck, and I want you to requisition me a new mop. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of loading the really, really heavy torpedoes. Will somebody trade posts with me? Sorry, man. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of the computer room, and I'm still not sure taking notes by hand is really the best idea. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of cleaning the kitchen and bathrooms. A clean ship is a happy ship. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of... Damn, they're just skipping. Munier, no. No. You see the Nemo series for the bombing ordering station. Yeah, but I was already aware of the Marines, but I'm just trying to figure out how the Chaldia staff and everyone never noticed all the... I don't know. Wow. Over. That's enough, damn it. I was a bit overwhelmed with all the new information even before this parade of identical faces. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Since when do you have so many damn subordinates? That's as silly as asking a fluvial sculpin why it swims upstream, Gordolf. If the Marines are clones or instances of me who specialize in different operations. Having a large enough crew is an essential part of any voyage. I didn't make the Marines for you guys. I made them solely to help with the ship, and the ship is where they'll stay. You can say they're animated metaphors for my mental support structure. They're fully autonomous, possible alternate versions of me who... thank you, Captain. I'll take it from here. You have many talents, but explaining things is clearly not one of them. You see, the ability Captain is using to make these clones belongs to neither Nemo the heroic spirit nor to Triton the divine spirit. Oh? Then who? Whose ability is that? Those of us at the Atlas Institute use a technique called memory partition as part of our basic thought processes. Okay. So I gave Captain the ability to use it when I formed a contract with him. But he's using it to create clones rather than keeping it all within his mind. It's like he's... okay. Essentially, it lets you, well, partition your brain so that you can have multiple selves processing different things simultaneously. Right. In Captain's case, that resulted in him gaining the ability to create multiple physical selves that all act with complete autonomy. I mean, convenient. A captain needs a crew. In other words, all the work pertaining to running a ship that Captain Nemo's been doing by himself to date. Or perhaps more accurately, all the work he'd been wishing to do but was thus far unable to carry out due to a lack of personnel, is now being carried out by all these other Nemos thanks to the evolution he independently achieved. Wow. They don't all just look like Nemo. They are all Nemo. Yeah, but they all end up having their own personalities. So, like, at that point, are they really Nemo? At least I assume as much from the Marines we meet in the Christmas event shop from this past Christmas. It seems like they all get personalities of their own. So I mean, at that point, are they really Nemo? Like, really? Aye, aye, ma'am. Though, of course, we all have to do whatever the captain tells us to. Alter egos of him, then? Or something else? Yeah, I guess, yeah, that'd fit. It'd be funny if they... I don't know, probably would never happen, but... if they actually introduced an alter ego servant that's just one of the more popular Marine personalities. Or Nemo Marine personalities, whatever you want to call them. So there's going to be lots and lots of Nemos working on board the Nautilus then? Yes. Well, the number of Marines will change depending on the circumstances. Also, the Marines aren't the only other Nemos in my Nemo series. Oh. I'll introduce you to them properly when the time is right, but for now... okay. There's Nemo Professor, whose job is to analyze situations, come up with plans, and conduct scientific research. Oh, here's a different person. Okay, so the Marines are all one. Okay. I see. Okay, gotcha. That's why, okay. So it's not even just a Santa version where they started developing personalities. They have them, it's just the Marines are one, and then, okay. Then there's Professor Baker, etc. I see. Gotcha. Next, there's Nemo Baker. The cook will be in charge of preparing everyone's meals. All these roles are important, of course, but hers stands out in particular. Oh. Very interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought as much. Again, during the Christmas event, because they were the shopkeepers, and I was like, a couple of them acted and spoke more femininely. So I was like, Okay, but yeah, so this, yeah, some of them are female, okay. Then there's Nemo Engineer, who's so cantankerous, you never believe she was me. She'll just as soon throw a wrench at you as look at you. Okay. Those, along with the Marines, are the crew I'll be taking along to run the ship. The only downside is that we're bringing the border aboard the new Nautilus means there won't be any room for a bakery, so I won't be calling Baker. Oh. No Baker? Oh man, that's a real shame. Still, it's looking more and more like a real submarine, isn't it? When are you gonna take it out for a test dive, Captain? Oh, I'd like to do that no later than tomorrow. We'll need to cross an ocean from the Age of Gods in this next Lost Belt, so I have to make sure everything is ship-shape, figuratively speaking. However, the only ones who'll be coming with me are Mash and Mitsuka, and the rest of you will be staying here. Oh. Sorry, Mounier. You can't go with... What? Why? We have our reasons, Mounier. Sorry, I just wasn't in the cards this time. Well, Captain, Mash and Mitsuka are out there testing the Nautilus. The rest of our work cut out for us getting ready to infiltrate the Atlantic Lost Belt. Developing the ultra-long-range lens, doubling and tripling the Nautilus's defensive systems. Reinforcing Mitsuka's mystic codes, fine-tuning Mash's Ortnax. Basically, Mingye, we have an absolute ton of things to do here, yeah. Yeah, fair. We just don't have the time to spare for you to be wasting your magecraft expertise on a submarine test dive. No, it may make sense. Damn it, of all the rotten luck. If I'd known it was gonna hold me back like this one day, I would have sold my magical crest and gotten out of the magecraft game long ago. That's the boldest statement I've heard in a long time. You know, I didn't realize Mounier was one of the staff that did have magical background. I assumed he was a normal, one of the normal people, to be honest. That's the boldest statement I've heard in a long time. But in case you need a reminder, if you want a mage, you would never have been hired at Chaldea in the first place. That's not true, though. Does Gordy not know that... So how about you just resign yourself to helping the technical advisor like a good little lackey, and let me take responsibility for the sure to be a delightful Nautilus test dive. Maybe he's talking about Mounier specifically? Maybe. Like, the only good you are is your magic. You have no other good skills that we'd hire you for. You sure, Gordy? You do know they're going for a test dive in the Void Sea, not the Wandering Sea, right? Yes, as I was saying. I'd like to handle it, as I have a lot of, directory work I need to do myself. Yes, quite a lot indeed. Then it's settled. This afternoon I'll be holding a class to explain all about the Nautilus's equipment and facilities, as well as what to do in a case of emergency. Then tomorrow, Ritsuka, Mash, and Captain will take it out for a test dive. While they're off doing that, the rest of us will be getting things ready here at the Wandering Sea for infiltration of the Atlantic Lost Belt. It'll probably take around 7 days to wrap everything up, so this could be your last chance to relax on standby for a while. Make sure you're all well rested, so you can give your best for what's to come. Right. That goes to you too, Da Vinci. Get rest. Don't fall asleep on your feet again. I'm surprised that that whole thing didn't end up being a problem in India, because that warning from Neza happened like right before, so it's like oh. I imagine Da Vinci overworking herself is gonna end up being a problem sometime soon, I would think. Alright. Intro 0.5-2. Yeah, Earth's still looking real dead. Real, unfortunately, my journey is drawing to an end. It won't be long now before I arrive at my destination in southern Nevada. Not that it'll change anything once I get there. I certainly won't be getting a reward for my trouble. Probably not. Nor do I have a home to return to, or enough fuel to get me there even if I did. The only point this journey ever had was to get where I was going. Well, no, that may be technically accurate, but it's still not quite right. Let me be clear so I don't invite any misunderstandings, okay? When I say I don't have a home to return to, I don't mean that in the heartless, cold-blooded bastard sense. Uh-huh. My home may be gone now, but I still remember it clearly. And as long as I have those memories, I'll never feel the pain of its loss. I guess. See, since I was born, I've had the ability, for better or worse, to recall anything I've ever seen in perfect detail. It's called hyperthymesia, though it's more commonly known as a superior autobiographical memory. My friends considered it a disability and sympathized with the drawbacks, but scientists considered it a gift. Drove me insane when I was a kid. At some points, it caused me to hate cities and people in general. Why? When I grew up, I left the city behind and started living a much quieter life out in a village near the mountains. As a result, I've only spent about a third of my life in busy urban areas, so I'm not really overburdened with memories of those places. Still, my memories are just as clear now as they ever were. I can see the friends I used to hang out with smiling and laughing, as if they were right here with me. Of course, that includes the beautiful scenery and the stars that used to twinkle bright all across the nighttime sky. Maybe that's why I couldn't shake my doubts about why this happened the way it did. Something just seemed off. I don't mean the Earth's surface being bleached white. I mean, it feels like something even bigger has changed, but in a way I can't put my finger on it. Whatever it is, I've noticed it at different points during this journey. There was something different about the skies above Russia, Scandinavia, China, India. Whatever it was, they weren't the same skies I'd seen before. Yeah, because they're different. You're seeing, like, out into different galaxies, right? I'd imagine. There must be some other change occurring in places I'm not privy to. Or maybe some other humans, but like the stars of different galaxies. Or maybe some other humans besides me are struggling to fight back. Yeah, you very much are, yeah. Maybe they're doing their best to retake this world, this planet, this universe for humanity, even as I speak. Unfortunately, as intriguing as that possibility is, those places are much too far away for me to make a detour, and I have precious little time left as it is. I ran out of food yesterday. It's probably a problem. And my bike's not gonna last much longer either. I'm surprised you haven't run out of fuel, to be honest. Once I reach my destination, my journey is over. It'd be nice if whoever's causing these changes taking place around the world were to stop by the States. But I doubt anyone who's lost as hard as me and the rest of humanity have anything close to that kind of good luck left. Yeah. What a strange feeling. Even if this is the end for me in multiple senses, it still feels good to achieve the goal I set for myself. Why did humanity die out? Why did these alien invaders show up? Why did they conquer us by bleaching the Earth white, and why is this area not bleached? My heart is racing at the prospect of possibly uncovering the answers to these and all the other mysteries. I've arrived at the US Air Force Base, once known as Area 51. It's the one place, the only part of the texture on the entire planet that managed to evade the bleaching. Interesting. The sheer secrecy surrounding this place led to all sorts of rumors about high-tech experiments and training being conducted here. But you'd never know that looking at it now. Not only are there no survivors here, there's not so much as a single piece of cutting-edge equipment. Any seaplanes and armored tanks that may have been here before are long gone. And since there's no power, I doubt I'll be able to stock up on food or water either. Probably not. On a plus side, the buildings are mostly untouched, so at least I shouldn't have to go sifting through rubble. Yeah, you have shelter. There's that, that was quite sudden. I can't believe it. Rain clouds cropped up here out of nowhere. I guess that means it still rains in the last area on Earth that hasn't been bleached away. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I pushed my excitement down to keep it from getting the better of me, and began carefully making my way through the base. The rain clouds that cropped up in the skies overhead stuck around the whole time I was there. I learned several things from my expedition into the inside of the base, the part completely cut off from the outside world. I wish I could offer my own personal insights on what I found, but since I'm running low on both time and energy, I'll have to stick to just the facts. The space did in fact contain an alien life form! 2018 Subject E relocation. Initiate Subject E examination. According to the documents I found, the subject had flown to New Mexico in the year 2018. The craft it had been piloting either burned up when it entered Earth's atmosphere, or was possibly destroyed by the subject itself, according to a handwritten note, leaving the subject completely exposed upon its discovery. The injuries it sustained during its emergency landing had left it critically wounded and near death. But by flash freezing it, the Air Force managed to preserve its life functions. They then brought it to this base. All the other records pertaining to the subject can be summed up in a single word: gruesome. The scientists performed all kinds of tests, experiments, and surgeries in order to keep this alien visitor alive. They conducted clinical trials with different kinds of medicine. They tested every known substance on Earth to see how it would react. They observed reactions that corresponded to pain. They observed reactions that corresponded to joy. To measure its endurance, they stopped supplying it with nutrients. Oh, then they tried burning it, freezing it, melting it, attaching things to it. They stirred its intestines around, cut off parts of its body, measured signals from the organ they thought was its brain. They performed all of this research, what could also be called the very crystallization of human history, on the subject while it was still living. It didn't take long for the surgical procedures meant to resuscitate the subject to morph into brutally exploitative experiments. And since the cells taken from the subject's samples were made up of elements that didn't exist anywhere on the planet, it wasn't hard to imagine that further research could eventually lead to military and civilian applications. Yeah, no, probably could. Should it? I don't know, but it could. Truth be told, that's where the top brass's true interests lied. After all, ever since the turn of the 20th century, the energy race between nations had only continued to pick up speed. And there was now an insurmountable gap between industrialized nations and developing ones. I could tell from poring over the documents that they began with the best of intentions. They wanted their research to result in a better life for every person on Earth, to help humanity move past its endless squabbling for wealth and forge ahead with new, loftier goals. However, Area 51's researchers didn't see things the same way. With every experiment they ran, they became more and more certain that the subject was emitting a constant unknown signal. It was calling for help. So they thought, if they kept running experiments on it, if they kept inflicting greater levels of pain on it, oh, even more potential test subjects were bound to show up. Oh! I see. America. Damn you. That's why this all happened. This wasn't a natural disaster. It was a man-made one. Wait. I just don't get it, man. Like, so an alien crash landed, right? You know, sure. And it got heavily wounded, but it still had the capability of coming across space to get here. You think that a race of things that can travel across space wouldn't have the capability of wiping you out? Like, what was the thought process here? Like, this one happened to be injured already, but it traveled alone, right? If a whole rescue mission of these aliens, you know, with hundreds of ships or whatever, like even discounting, you know, how it actually went, but like, did they not think it through? Did they not, like, consider this could be a really bad idea? Just a little bit. But is that truly the reason? Oh, maybe not. I finally know why those trees came here. Now I just have to confirm one last thing. Was this the true cause? Was there really a Subject E here at the space? I have to see it for myself. I don't know if you want to, and I have to do it before I die of malnutrition. You know, I get the feeling that might not be a great idea. It took me several days to discover that door. The reference room, a secret area that had been made even further underground, the base's underground structure. I managed to open the door and make my way inside the sealed-off passageway. I can already tell there's something here. This is it. This is where I'll find the answers I've been seeking. There's just something different about the air in this passageway that makes it all too clear. My instruments aren't picking up anything unusual, even though the passageway itself is like something from another world, entirely removed from what we think of it as reality. I know this passageway is made out of iron and steel, but it feels like I'm walking on pulsating jelly. I make my way across the simultaneously hard, soft, warm, cold floor, one careful step at a time. My body temperature is dropping like a stone. I can barely breathe. My consciousness is hanging by a thread. I can't even remember how many days it's been since I last had something to eat or drink. Soon I won't even have enough energy left to talk into this recorder. But I can't stop now. I have to find the answers before I die. Answers that I'm sure lie just beyond this passage. I hope you're right, man. Lady, whoever you are. Oh? Howdy. Howdy, howdy. The only sound that escaped my lips was a quiet gasp of shock. It was the most retro room I could have imagined. If I hadn't known better, I would never have thought it was located in the middle of one of the most high-tech bases on Earth. And yet there it was atop the exam table. A bizarre thing that resembled nothing so much as a dead tree. Hey there, it's about time you showed up, Blue Book. So someone was just waiting for him? What? Huh? What kind of... What? But now we're just with the, okay. That's all I've got to report. Any other questions? This isn't like you, Pepe. Didn't you always used to tell us we should act our cheeriest when we've lost? Unless, of course, you don't consider the Indian lost belt disappearing a loss at all. My, I see that at least your sharp tongues managed a full recovery, Caddick. Alrighty then, let me rephrase. Not only did I get in a fight with my lost belt's king, my very own servant washed his hands on me. And I had to run all the way here with my tail between my legs after Claudia, our sworn enemy, saved my life. I'm clearly the best scripter. Well, at least the roasted bananas were super yummy. Never mind, I take it back. You're just as cheery as ever. Now shut up already, will you? No, that's a pepperoncino. Besides, it's still too soon to declare yourself a loser. Knowing you must have really gotten in their good graces, right? There's more to a deathmatch than just slipping a knife between the other guy's ribs. Getting your opponent attached to you is a pro-level long game move. So the way things are going, I'm betting their next destination will be their last. Am I right? Oh yes, this next one will settle things once and for all. They won't be going to your lost belt. I mean, now they have a ship, they're all but certain to come here. Even though that practically guarantees their demise. Oh damn, it's real brave of them. You gotta give them props for that. That's up to you, Caldia. You know, I wasn't really expecting Beryl. Because, like, obviously, 5 is you know, Wodheim's domain. I was not expecting Beryl to last to, like, the final 2. Like, he seemed the type to be... I would have expected him to die in, like, one of the first 3. Like, I thought the final 3 would have been, like, Wodheim, Daybit, and honestly, Ophelia. I thought Ophelia was gonna be one of the last ones. But no, apparently it's Beryl in the final 2. We couldn't have asked for a better gal to fill in that last seat. What was her name again? Who cares? Like it makes any difference to me anyway. Point is, this next drink's for you, Master What's-Her-Face. You must be feeling real good about yourself now that you've strangled 4 innocent lost belts in their proverbial cradles. But I mean, you're not wrong. But like, why you gotta put it like that, man? We're just trying to fix human history. Well, proper history. We can't be sure the Chaldeans will come to the Atlantic Lost Belt yet. Who knows? Maybe they'll end up gunning for you next, Beryl. So if you've got time to be making shitty, tasteless analogies, maybe you ought to spend it getting ready for them. Huh? You serious, Caddick? You really think I might be next? Are you feeling okay? What are you talking about? I'm just saying it's possible that... Oh, Kishtaria hasn't told you? Well, hey, so the alter egos aren't here at the moment, so we don't have to worry about them. You mind if I tell them myself, boss? No. This directly concerns the next phase of the plan, so I'll fill him in myself. Seifert, the tree of emptiness in Beryl's English lost belt has already been felled. Oh. Then... Then what? And this is a, you know, more of a I'm thinking out loud question, not an actual question I want an answer to. How is his lost belt still standing? How is it not? Again, obviously, I don't want an answer to that. You know, wait and see, of course. But his is the English lost. Maybe Morgan herself. Like, she is the witch, even though she's a berserker. But maybe Morgan is somehow maintaining it through sheer magical prowess? Like, maybe she has a holy grail, and her with the holy grail is just that powerful? I wouldn't be terribly surprised. The tree of emptiness in Beryl's English lost belt has already been felled. I secretly asked Beryl to see to it that the English lost belt would go away on its own accord. It's already been felled? Then You're saying the English lost belt doesn't exist anymore? No, it definitely exists. No, it'll have to fall apart and disappear real soon now. And for the record, you have no idea how hard it was to pull it off. Was Wodheim really that concerned that he could lose to the English lost belt? Like, why else would he have him do that? The English lost the belt, or the British lost the belt as they like to put it. There's like 1,000 phantasmal beasts for every one of the few humans there. And you can easily find yourself in a whole different world with completely different rules if you go just a little way down the path. It's a hellish wonderland, and coming from me, a guy who was raised in the UK, that's saying something. So it wasn't easy sweet-talking them into cutting down the Tree of Emptiness themselves. They're probably cursing my name to hell and gone for tricking them right about now. Not that it's gonna do them any good. Is that true? Because unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, I'm pretty sure I can still see a wall of light up around the English lost belt. Yes, I've seen it too. But even so, the English Tree of Emptiness is most assuredly gone. Once the Trees of Emptiness grow tall enough to reach the stratosphere, their branches start to interfere with one another, resulting in a kind of network. And we haven't seen a single signal from Seifert for a few days now. I doubt it will be long before that accursed wall of light, the world's end, follows suit and disappears as well. Alright, then next question. Why'd you get rid of the English lost belt like this? I thought our lost belts were only supposed to fight each other once their territories made contact. It just goes to show that there are exceptions to every rule, Kadok. This may be difficult for you to understand, since you have no way of knowing how deep London's, that is to say the clock tower's abyss runs. But the English lost belt is the only one that cannot be allowed to remain. Nothing good could ever come from it. Not for us, and not for the foreign god. However, the foreign god knows nothing of this planet's history, and we have no way to explain. Or maybe the English lost belt is still around. I just thought about it. Maybe I wouldn't be terribly surprised, because Morgan's obviously the ruler of the lost belt, right? What if she got her hands on Avalon, the scabbard? Like, if it can be implanted in people, what's to say she couldn't use it to heal a lost belt, or at least maintain it, keep it alive, so to speak? We can't even say anything to the priestess, as her role is purely observational. All that aside, Kadok and Pepperoncino, the fact remains that I should have told you about this and I didn't. For that, I'm sorry. Are you, though? No point of apologizing about it at this point. I still don't like it, but at least I'm in the loop now. Same here. Besides, I'd already figured out that Beryl was up to something. But you know, Kishtaria, all that said, does that mean your Tree of Emptiness is the only one still operating? Don't be ridiculous. Have you forgotten about David's lost belt? That leaves 2. I guess. Only problem with that is I can't see anything that looks like a Tree of Emptiness anywhere around South America. So I take it that means all the branches connected to the canopy covering the sky from the Atlantic trees then? Good grief. I really can't get anything past you, can I, Pepe? That's correct. My Tree of Emptiness is the only one receiving the blessings of the foreign gods' earth-covering canopy. What's more, my Tree of Emptiness has also grown to complete maturity. Once we confirm the English Lost Belt's disappearance, our plan will enter its final stage. The canopy hasn't only been absorbing the Earth's mana, it's also been soaking up all manners of cosmic rays, the kind that the Earth's magnetic field usually deflects. We'll focus the entirety of that combined energy onto a single point, thereby enabling the foreign god to descend upon this planet. From there, the changeover should be swift and all-encompassing. The old world will perish, a new order will be established on this planet, and I'll be the last human left.
There he goes, talking a big game again. You sure all that's all gonna go off without a hitch, Woodheim? The more time you spend grandstanding like some kind of puffed-up royal,
The more chances they'll have to show up and ruin everything. Yeah, I wouldn't get ahead of yourself there, Woodheim. I'm well aware of that, Caddock. Cowley has always taken a keen advantage of their opponent's negligence and pride to turn the tide in their favor. Which is why I sent out all the strongest forces at my command to the Atlantic. That's also why you haven't seen Canis here.
Yeah, I wasn't worried or anything. Knowing you, I figured you'd have all your bases covered.
So it would seem, wouldn't it? Then we might as well just sit back and see what Kashtaria's got. In that case, I think I'll keep mooching around here just like Caddock's been. How about you, Beryl? If you stick around in the English Lost...
Okay. I don't know how my mouth made that like whistle noise as I was talking, but okay.
How about you, Beryl? If you stick around in the English Lost Belt.
Oh. Footsteps? Oh, see, he was like hiding around the corner. And he was videoing in from like 50 feet away. Just around the corner like, yeah,
Hey, you don't gotta tell me. If I stuck around there, it'd be just a matter of time before they came for my head. Beryl, when did you...
My, she'd already long since flown hoop. I should have figured you knew exactly what you were doing.
Right? But seriously, I was downright terrified out there. I was all like, I can't take this crazy island anymore. I'm getting out of here while I still can.
Then I jumped off a cliff into the ocean and had Canis come pick me up. Oh.
Oh, get a load of this. You guys will never believe what I went through over there. See, that lost belt was home to a princess who knew nothing, and I do mean nothing about the ways of the world.
So I figured I could take advantage of her in all sorts of ways if I got in her good graces. Oh. But she had her head up in fairy tale land way more than I could have imagined. I mean, clingy. Even when she found out I was a human spy, she didn't bat a damn eye. She just snuggled right up against me saying things like, I'd follow you to the bowels of hell itself. I mean, that doesn't sound so bad. Why are you... Okay. I don't know why you're like sweating over that. That sounds great. What do you mean?
I mean, how stupid can you get?
She knew I'd ruined her whole damn nation and she didn't even care. How am I supposed to deal with that? It's beyond ridiculous. Take it from me, Caddick. Don't go putting the moves on royalty unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
Piss off.
Don't you pull that big brother shit on me now. Besides, I'm never putting any moves on royalty again. But Anastasia really okay. Wait, again?
Did you just say again, Caddick? Had some experiences with royalty then, have we? I mean, kinda. Ooh, I can tell it's gonna be the best news I've heard in forever. Tell me everything. Don't spare a single juicy detail.
Forget it, there's nothing to tell.
If you don't have anything useful to say, then keep your mouth shut for once.
My poor puppy.
Hey, now, you can't expect us not to care about something like this, right? I mean, it's not like romantic escapades are a regular thing for you. Come on, Pepperoncino. This calls for a change in venue. Hell, we could even get Kuyanskia in on this.
Ooh, I'm so in. Right now, I don't care what it might cost to coax some juicy secret tidbits out of Kuyanskia.
Fine, go ahead and drink yourself silly. I'm going back to my room.
No, yoink. You're coming with us. Oh, I'm gonna buy. Ah, well. Come on, we're just having a bit of fun, Caddick. Lighten up for a change. Now, how about you show me where I can find a nice place to hang around? I only just got here, but I know this Atlantic Lost Belt's supposed to be amazing. Interesting how Daybit's not phoned in.
If that's any indication, we shouldn't have to worry about Beryl for a while. Though I do hope the scent of blood will eventually wash off him. Anyway, let me know if anything changes, Rodam. I might not be too useful, but I'm sure there's still something I can do to help out. Oh, I'm sure.
Now then, perhaps it's time you considered sharing your own opinion before I make my final move, Priestess. This could be your last chance, seeing as the foreign god's disciples have yet to even realize that I have my own goals in all this.
Hi.
I wish she was a servant. I would totally pull for this. I don't know. I really would. would. You must have seen the adjustments I made to my tree of emptiness, along with the way my interests align with Zeus's, even if our conclusions differ. But somehow, in spite of all that, you continue to do nothing. Very well then. I'll not waste more time asking why you continue to insist on observing, rather than acting. Nobody knows if the foreign god even truly exists. Not even the disciples have seen them. No, the fact is, not even they have any means of determining what the foreign god's true intentions may be. The foreign god is truly a god of emptiness. I cannot in good conscience leave mankind's fate to such a being. I'll eliminate Chaldea, watch over Zeus until he passes. Until he passes? And establish the tree of emptiness as reality. So continue to stay back and observe, void shaped like a priestess. Nobody else is left. I alone shall realize the future you failed to create. So Zeus is dying? Somehow? 5 days after the Nautilus has to dive. Oh, we don't even get to see the dive. Really? Okay.
I see you all here, ahead of the operation start time. Very good. Master Itsuka, servants, matriculate. As of this moment, Caldia will assume its first battle station. And I don't want to hear any whining about how we're starting the operation 2 days ahead of schedule. Captain reported that the Nautilus's test dive in void space concluded safely. So I trust you're all prepared for the genuine article then?
Sir, yes, sir. How did the test dive go again? I'm assuming this will give us... I can't seem to recall it very clearly either. But I do get the feeling it was quite the experience. Oh, is this... Okay, I see. I assume this is the dive is imaginary scramble, right? Yeah, okay.
But I do get the feeling it was quite the experience.
That's the reason I insist on saving imaginary scramble for later, because Ritsuka explicitly doesn't remember it at this point. Yes, I guess. I'm assuming, based on what you said, I'm assuming she remembers after. And so you can play it as like a kind of a flashback for her remembering, I guess, or something like that. I'm sorry about this, everyone. But Gordolf is right. The situation is dire. There was a change yesterday in the branches of the tree of emptiness that we believe now covers the entire Earth. These branches were previously circulating magical energy between them, like a network, but now they've begun funneling that energy towards the center of the Atlantic. We don't yet know what this phenomenon signifies, but whatever it is, we can be certain that energy is being stockpiled for use in a large-scale magecraft ritual. Currently, the amount of energy we have measured is already equal to that used for Goatia's incineration of humanity. Oh! Well, we're unable to observe the Lost Spell's interior. Already declared it as a disaster. Already declared it as a disaster on a global scale. Yeah, I would think so. I therefore recommend this anomaly that is the Atlantic Lost Spell's Tree of Emptiness be dealt with as swiftly as possible.
A magecraft ritual on the same scale as the incineration of humanity. Then that would mean...
Yep.
The foreign god descending to Earth.
Every data fragment we've gathered up to this point is pointing directly towards that inescapable conclusion.
That being said, we still don't know what this foreign god is, whether they really are a god.
Or hell, whether or not they even exist in the first place. They probably do. Sorry for being so useless. No, Da Vinci, you're good.
There's no need to apologize for that, Da Vinci. You can't help that we have so little information to work with. It's not your skills that are the problem. It's the damn cryptas not giving us anything to go on. Though, of course, it also seems like they don't know any more about the foreign god than we do. I expect the only crypto who does know the truth is their leader, Kishtaria Wurheim.
Not to worry. I expect that too will be made quite clear over the course of this operation. Both the English Lost Belt and the South American Lost Belt currently appear to be stagnant, with neither showing any further signs of expanding their territory. Therefore, as we've previously discussed, Caldia will be directing all of our resources towards eliminating the Atlantic Lost Belt. And now our preparations for that operation are complete. The Nautilus has been equipped with an ultra-long-range lens capable of observing outer space, and a record-breaking magecraft barrier from all of human history. The Shadow Border has been overhauled to such a significant degree that it could almost be called a wholly new machine. Both the Nautilus and the Border have been outfitted with identical functionality in the unlikely event that one of them is scuttled. And
Miss Kirilight's round table has been infused with enough magical energy to summon a number of servants on site.
Oh, it's good.
My only regret is that we weren't able to finish an Ortnax replacement unit before circumstances forced our hand.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll continue to work on its design myself.
There should already be enough materials for the reconstruction on board the border.
So as long as you're able to discover or otherwise procure a concept powerful enough to fill in for one of its bullets, easier said than done.
I'll be able to put the whole thing together in the time it takes you all to eat lunch.
Right.
Both my ultra-long-range sniper training and the Ortnax's transformation sequence have been cleared for action. We're getting sniper mash? If it needs to be deployed to give us an edge during a decisive battle, I promise I'll wield it to the best of my ability. What's this about a transformation sequence? No, just pretend you didn't hear any of that. Okay, if you insist. But I'm kind of intrigued now. Besides, we still don't know if it will even be relevant here.
Okay.
Now then.
As the command room officer who'll be holding down the fort in your absence, I would once again like to give my usual order to those of you on the field team.
The situation has changed significantly.
How so?
I won't say that we don't have a minute to spare,
but I will say that time is definitely not on our side.
What's more, it looks like that was the case for our most key point of attack as well. The Atlantic Lost Belt. They have now put us in check before we had a chance to do the same to them.
This is probably going to be longer than any battle you've fought to date, both in terms of number of enemies and the path you'll need to take to reach your destination. Even a zero sail can only take you to the Lost Belt's outer edge, which in this case means there'll be more distance between you and a tree of emptiness than ever before.
So I urge you all to handle yourselves even more cautiously and cool-headedly than you have been so far. In this Atlantic Lost Belt, the act of learning about its world may actually end up working against you. So I ask that you all stay strong, and that you simultaneously be proud of your own latent potential. If you ever reach a point where you decide you cannot continue with the operation, feel free to come back here immediately.
No, what am I saying? Now it's not the time for pessimism. Yeah, probably not. This is all my third process's fault. She's been incessantly insisting since yesterday that this simply cannot work. Alright, let's all go out there and take back our Earth. Yeah, shut up, third process. Field team, go ahead and board the border, starting with Master Ritsuka. Aye, aye. Once I've confirmed that all of your vitals are green, you're to untether the Nautilus from reality. From there, you'll execute a zero sail, and this operation will commence in earnest. Order Lost Belt number 5. Suborder: Those who cross the Sea of Stars. Make sure you all give it everything you have, and I look forward to your safe return.
Me too.
I also look forward to my safe return. If we do in fact safely return, anyway. You know, there's no guarantee of that. But hey, you know. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure everything will turn out great. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. Who's fighting whom? Oh, Sensen! It looks like this is for as far as I go. Sorry, Dion.
Sensen! Gah.
So the French servants are fighting the Greeks?
servants? Question mark? Ha! Come on, Dion. Don't let up for a moment. And don't worry about what might happen later. This is the only chance you've got.
It bounced off. I can't believe how tough his armor is. Oh?
He's not even using his noble phantasm. Noble phantasm. Fleur de lis.
Methinks that didn't work. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's Odysseus, right? I've seen his helmeted version before. I'm pretty sure that's Odysseus's outline.
I see. A series of strikes made in tandem with the Lily-based illusion.
It didn't even scratch him.
What a joke.
What?
Good.
It's over, proper human history. We've destroyed every last one of your nests.
It's not over yet. This started long ago, and it ended long ago.
Ah, you mean them? The Olympus alter ego will deal with them. Did you think this would all be over once they arrived? There's no path forward for you. Any future you may have had is gone. You can submit to us and live, or oppose us and die. Which will it be, proper human history?
We'll never submit.
I see. Then death it is. A Frenchman losing their head. How apt. Atlantis border guard, you look scary. We found the ley line, sir. Good. This is the last one. Once you've used it to summon a servant, causing it to go dormant, we'll destroy it completely. Our enemies should have known better than to give us time to prepare for their arrival. Now we'll ensure they have no chance whatsoever of defeating us. Without a catalyst, the only sort of heroic spirit that can be summoned here will be one drawn to this place by sheer coincidence. But make sure you stand back all the same. We may end up summoning a berserker after all. Yes, sir. Hear me now. In the name of our great demiurge, come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. Come forth and dedicate your life to Olympus, to this land brimming with the breath of the gods.
Where am I? Wait, who am I?
No. 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 Surely it's only coincidence that they did the line. Surely.
Are you my master?
Yes, I am.
From here on, you'll dedicate your body, your life, and your skills to Olympus, down to your very last drop of blood. Uh-huh.
It is through this servitude that your life will have meaning.
What do you mean by that?
If this is beyond your comprehension,
Then your only task is to die? What? The steely man spoke quietly, but his words carried an unmistakable fury. Yes, master, my life is yours to command. The servant kneeled low, bowing their head before their new master. It was then that the man lost interest. All that mattered to him was that the servant was not an enemy. for his thoughts were already focused on the true enemy that lay before him. Hell yeah. The invaders who would see our world destroyed. I'll never let you reach Olympus. It is here in Atlantis that you will meet your end. None of you will escape. None of you will survive. I will slaughter you all where you stand. Prepare for battle. Okay, now I'm really curious who he summoned. Meanwhile, a man and a woman watch as a certain sea craft makes its way across the ocean. Are they serious? Is that really all those fools that Chaldea brought to try to cross the sea?
Oh, hey, Musashi! I was wondering when you'd show up again. I haven't seen you since Russia. It's, good seeing you.
They're here? Where? Oh, that must be it.
Wow, what an awesome ship. Although, I guess that is a little concerning. It's a beautiful ship, but it's way too small for these waters. Don't worry about it.
Though it might have been too soon for them to make their move. Worst case, this battle might be over before it's even begun.
I just hope they haven't let their victories over those other 4 lost belts go to their heads.
I'm sure that's probably
not the case.
Well, that's harsh. I thought I sensed you were firmly on the Master of Chaldea's side.
Hell yes I am. I can't help but go weak in the knees for Itsuka. That's why I'm only a little concerned for her and her team.
Looks like they're bound to have yet another rough start. You find that a happy turn of events? Even now, I still cannot fathom how your mind works. Is it because of your love for dire predicaments?
I swear, you're far more berserker than Saber.
Well, of course I'm gonna smile about this.
I'm genuinely thrilled that they made it here.
How about you? Did you not expect Chaldea to show up here now?
Well, I hadn't ruled it out. How unfortunate that this is the worst possible scenario for them. At last, I'll finally get to see them lose.
Rude? Well, you sound happy. Though you certainly don't look it.
Oof. I can understand them having such a hard time in Russia. It was their first lost belt after all. I can accept their pathetic showing in Scandinavia, as that was a world too kind for its own good. I can turn a blind eye to their raucousness in China, for that was a world too long without any manner of festivity. And I can concede they had a right to be so self-righteous in India, for that was a clear-cut case of good and evil. No doubt it's owing to these experiences that the Chaldeans are likely thinking something along the lines of, the Atlantic Lost Belt may be a threat, but there must still be a way to overcome it. But they would be wrong. There's no problem here that needs to be solved. None. This Lost Belt is already perfected, and is actively moving ahead to the stage beyond proper human history. The Chaldeans shouldn't have come here with the intention of defeating this Lost Belt, and they especially shouldn't be trying to learn more about it.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that coming to this Lost Belt with any intention other than its complete and utter annihilation is a terrible mistake. I can only hope they realize the error of their ways before they're completely wiped out. Alternatively, well, no matter. I have my own work to do. How about you? If you like, I could take you to their ship right now.
Oh no thanks, I'm good. I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for them at the enemy's main base.
Did I misspeak? I thought I was clear that as the Chaldeans are going about this now, they're all going to end up dead.
We'll see. Oh no, I understood you. I just don't agree. Like, fuck your prediction. Sure, they might suffer a horrific defeat and end up losing everything, but there'll still be enough of them left to fight back.
Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. Big Preesh, Musashi.
So in the meantime, I'm going to do what I'm best suited for. So I can be ready to pass the torch to them once they finally, doggedly, make their way to the goal.
I see. Then you can also see how this is going to end, albeit in your own way. Very well then, go on ahead to Olympus. If nothing else, the Chaldeans should make an excellent decoy.
Right? The gods can't tear their eyes away from them. So on that note, I guess this is goodbye, Chaldean. If I run into you again there.
You won't. This is the last time we'll ever meet. My eyes see no further trace of you once we go our separate ways here.
Damn.
Well, at least I'll have to keep things nice and simple then. Hey, do me a favor and tell them I'll be waiting for them up ahead, okay? Thanks.
That fool.
As if I would ever pass along such a message.
Yeah. On the side, I never would have thought she would make the trek to Olympus via consecutive drifting. She truly is her own personal ray shift device.
Oh, so she figured out how to channel her world jumping ability into something she can kind of control.
Unfortunately, Chaldea, the same cannot be said of the rest of you. The insurmountable iron wall that's the fleet of Olympus will rain shots down upon you, like a meteor shower before you can even see them coming.
And yeah, I've mentioned this before. I've been spoiled for who this is. I'm purposefully avoiding saying it. I think I actually said it out loud before. Maybe that was in a member stream. That might have been in a member stream. But yeah, I'm purposely avoiding saying it in case someone ends up watching this VOD later and doesn't know, hasn't been spoiled for it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who this man is. Yeah, but I'm avoiding being specific just to be safe, you know.
If you don't say it, someone might assume too much.
I would assume people have the sense not to. Cause yeah, I could be okay. Yeah, let me say that I could be very wrong. So I guess wait until I find out before saying anything. But yeah, for now at least I have somewhat of an idea, or I think I know. At least, but I don't know for sure that I do know for sure. Yeah. well, let's go with that.
And even if you somehow manage to get past that, you'll then need to face...
Well, and it was only a screenshot I saw, so there could be context beyond what I saw, but... Yeah, I don't know.
If you somehow manage to get past that, you'll then need to face the nihilist god of the sea. Do you truly understand your position here, Itsuka? You have no time to spare to learn about this lost belt. The moment you attempt to do so, or to get to know its scripter, will be the moment your journey comes to an end. Your incorrigibility has helped you prevail thus far, but you can't count on it forever.
The Nautilus continues to make its way across the sea. After overcoming and emerging triumphant against 4 lost belts, its crew prepares to face the 5th and most formidable of all. Formidable schmormidable. It ain't got shit. Aside from probably like a dozen Greek heroes, but yeah, it's neither here nor there.
'tis unfortunate we won't have any allies to work with when we get there, seeing as how they've apparently all been wiped out.
Damn, you could cut the tension in here with a knife. This is finally it, Master.
Yep. Come now. What's with the long faces? Given how obviously weak and pathetic the 6th and 7th lost belts appear to be, this is shaping up to be a decisive battle.
you will see about that. That's exactly it, Chubbs.
Come on, this tension's been making your sphincter tighten up just as much as ours, right? I don't want to know anything about Gordolf's sphincter, thank you. That right there shows just how little you actually know about the world of Magecraft, Kidney Pie. I'd have you know, the tension I'm experiencing right now is nothing like all of yours. No, I am genuinely freaking out here, and I'll thank you not to lump me in with your everyday, ordinary nerves. Oh, I thought Gordy was about to be all cool, but no. As far as mages go, Cadix Semlupus was the bottom of the barrel. Every aspect of the boy, from his skill to his lineage to his resolve, was truly, genuinely substandard. Ophelia Famouchelone's mystic eyes may have been menacing, but she was still just a girl with no killer instinct. Akata Hinako was, well, her very existence may have been cheating the system, but she was never actually a mage. I'd put her in the same category as any extremely dangerous wild animal. As for Peperoncino, on second thought, he's so slippery I don't even know how I would go about evaluating him. So let's just say he's the exception to the rule. My point is, Kishtaria is on an entirely different level than the other cryptas. There's simply no comparison.
Oh? Does that mean you've met him before? Perhaps at the Mages Association?
Oh, please. Well, technically I suppose we do both come from equally distinguished families, but never mind that. Listen, the clock tower is where true geniuses come together. There, even mages with talents well beyond average are considered to be strictly ordinary. As such, simply being able to stand out there marks you as someone capable of changing the very world. Kishtaria Wodheim has been acclaimed as one of the brightest stars by the elite aristocrats of the Bartholomew faction, as well as the Democrats of the Trambelio faction, and even the staunch neutralists of the Meluasti faction alike. Despite their differences, they all had equally high hopes that he would be the one to rebuild this world's deteriorating foundation of Magecraft. They even thought he might have gone on to found a 13th Department of Study at the Clock Tower, if he hadn't decided to join Chaldea. Humph.
Oh, really? I had no idea Kishtaria was so highly regarded in London. And yet you never met him yourself. You never met him yourself, huh, Gordy?
Of course not. I was always cautious about who I reached out to there, after all. And Kishtaria received no end of support from all the other successors to nobility. Young men who were obligated to carry on the family names. You see, anyone from a mage family, no matter how prestigious, would never dare disobey their father. For them, their fathers, some of whom are genuine monsters who have been alive for hundreds of years, are the most terrifying beings in existence. And yet, even in the face of those wicked, old foxes from the previous era of Magecraft, Kishtaria was never afraid to speak his mind openly. My guess is that his confidence stemmed from the sheer superiority of the magical circus he had. Circus that have helped him go his entire life, without ever losing to anyone. He always carried himself as though he were a king, as though he'd been chosen by the gods. Well, quite literally now. He was both confident and idealistic, yet distinctly humane, despite being both cool-headed and ruthless. He's at the top records in all sorts of fields at the clock tower, many of which remain unbroken to this day. I still remember feeling keenly aware of how talent and charisma are something you're either born with or you aren't, while peering over at him from behind a convenient pillar.
Oh yeah, I could see Tubbo doing that. I bet he was tearing at a handkerchief and glaring at him. The director's right. Kashtaria was a bona fide genius who excelled at absolutely everything.
Like myself? No.
It's true. It's true. My grown-up self has memories along those lines too. And they're telling me that while I was definitely an unparalleled genius in every human endeavor under the sun, Kashtaria was an indomitable genius, when it came to magecraft.
Indomitable. But I thought David was the genius.
Oh, sure he is too. Just of a different sort. Again, these memories belong to my previous self who interacted with Team A, so I can't fully vouch for them. But I'd say that David's the type who can make the impossible possible, while Kashtaria is the type who can master anything we know can be done. So while it's not like one type is necessarily better than the other, when it comes to being a leader, I'd have to say being able to put together a foolproof plan like Kashtaria could was the way to go. Nonetheless, the fact remains they're both peerless geniuses. I can't say I relish the thought of opposing either one of them. You can say that again. Maybe if we're lucky they'll underestimate us and let down their guard. But I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, I don't think we can count on that. I think it's probably a fool's wish.
Kashtaria always gave everything his full effort. Even combat simulations. I remember it seemed to me like he had a real aversion, a hatred almost, to settling for anything less than what he wanted.
A genius who refuses to take the easy way out. Perhaps this means he was actually just a hard worker? Or both.
No, I wouldn't say that.
According to Chaldea's records, Kashtaria lived a perfectly ordinary life during his time there.
If anything, Kadik worked way harder than he did. He spent dozens of hours training for every one of Kashtaria's.
Oh?
Anyway, that's pretty much all we have to go on. So I think that's enough Kashtaria speculation. We may not know exactly what we're up against, but whatever they throw at us, we'll be ready. And we've used every last bit of the magical energy resources we've accumulated to get to this point. Now, thanks to the Nautilus acting as the Shadow Border's shadow layer, crossing the ocean is a proverbial walk in the park. Not that this even comes close to what the Nautilus can really do.
Oh? Want to show us then, Captain?
I understand your disappointment, but I'm afraid the Shadow Border's safety is of paramount importance.
Quite so. With these manifold bounded field spells. The new engine that lets us use magical energy to propel ourselves through water at high speeds. And the Aeronax Phantasm serving as a naval ram. We should even be able to cross bodies of magma, if we're so inclined.
I'd prefer not to test that, but... yeah.
Of course. The Nautilus and I have seen it all. They can handle anything. But I'd like to avoid damaging the ship if we can. Hello. This is Shion. I'm reading you loud and clear. I made sure you all have as much food and drink as the border can possibly carry.
This is without exaggeration the best we're able to do at this point. If we fail with all of this going for us, I'll never be able to look you all in the eyes again.
Oh, not worry.
If we do fail here, at least we won't have to concern ourselves with next year's budget. True. We don't need to budget if you're dead.
Don't need a budget then. That's true fact.
The smart thing to do now is to use everything we've got and let the rest sort itself out later.
Oop. I do hope we can find a ley line and summon more servants soon. As things stand now, we don't have nearly enough in the way of fighting forces.
Come now, Gordolf. You know why that is just as well as any of us. Given the battles we fought and the other lost spells thus far, summoning servants on site gives us much better odds. Yeah, but... Well, I mean, they don't know this yet, obviously, but... I think you'll find... it's gonna be lacking in ley lines. Besides, Master Ritsuka can only form temporary contracts with so many servants. I'm afraid you'll just have to keep a stiff upper lip as best you can for now.
Okay, we're about to reach the storm wall. It might have been impenetrable for the Shadow Border prior to its upgrade, but now, things are different. Activating imaginary Aeronax Phantasm. Lost built phenomenon identified. Naval ram assimilation successful. Untether from reality. Void space dive penetration mode. Zero sail unfurl.
Penetration mode? Oh my. Oh, I thought that was... Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Did they ever say what Aeronax refers to? It's the RAM, right? I didn't bring him up. Oh, okay, never mind.
Sir, the lookout just reported a faint ripple at Eastern 4, the White Wall. And of course, it could just be an underwater earthquake. Do you really think we'd be seeing an oceanic earthquake now? No. It's almost certainly Chaldea. They may be arriving a little later than expected, but the plan otherwise remains the same. Assume they have succeeded at diving through Eastern 4, and train your sights on their most likely emergence point. All hands and ships to battle positions, and hurry up with the Lamia deployment. Yes, sir. Listen up. Don't treat these foes as you would typical rogue servants. Servants who have formed a contract with a master are stronger than you think.
Oh. He's gonna see the purpose of appear Aeronax. Oh, okay.
Do not for a moment think yourselves above them. Let down your guard and you will find yourselves hunted rather than the hunters. Yes, sir. Very well then. I'll leave this in your hands.
Understood. The Echidna production's coming along extremely well.
Wood!
I mean, what?
Is it possible to manufacture those things?
Yes, well, at least the prototypes.
Shh. Damn engineers. After all this time, you still haven't been able to complete them. Well, no matter. Send them in.
Yes, sir. Activate the Echidna.
Right away, sir. A creature that spits out monsters in spite of the tremendous pain it causes. It is indeed the mother of life. They should have all manner of applications. Come on, move it. Go, go, go. Hoist the beam sails. Head for the target coordinates. Full speed ahead. The third fleet has arrived at the target coordinates. Lamias are now ready to deploy.
Your orders, sir. Take them out. Alright, I guess we're jumping straight into battle as soon as we appear, apparently. You know, I expected as much, but I really was not looking forward to another 90% water zone. Like, I was expecting as much, given it's literally Atlantis, but man. Man. Medusa's a kid in his grandma, by the way. Oh. Yeah, the name sounded familiar. I was like, something was itching my brain, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Because, yeah, Echidna did sound familiar. Man, I really do need to start saving. I really shouldn't. Oh. I shouldn't. I knew I shouldn't, but I did. Alright. Time to be assaulted, I guess. Crisis after crisis. Zero cell complete. Returning to reality space now. The outside ocean is ice cold. I hate to say it after we just arrived, but we've already got our work cut out for us. All hands, let's keep a tighter grip on the situation and the blue-ringed octopus does on its prey. We need to be able to respond at a moment's notice. Right. I was hoping I could wait a little longer until Shion finishes reworking my equipment. But it looks like the circumstances won't allow for that. Yeah. Assaulted right out the gate. Nope. Our future is always just hanging on by a thread. True. So we're finally heading for the Atlantic. Just what sort of civilization can these people possibly have built there? I'm afraid it's all but impossible to say at this point, given the fantastical nature of this world's history. And you're in LB5 so far? I mean, we've barely gotten into it. So far, it's mostly been, heading towards Atlantis and seeing Musashi and the person I think I know who it is, but I'm not entirely certain. And Odysseus apparently acting as a very evil bastard. That's, which, I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily call it evil, because, like, he is just protecting his people, his world, so I can't really blame him, but yeah, anyway. I'm afraid it's all but impossible to say at this point, given the fantastical nature of this world's history. You know, I know, I'm aware of Olympus. Could you say he leads with ruthlessness? Yeah. Indeed. Because truly that is the only mercy upon yourself.
All the more so, given we're dealing with a kind of nation that none of us have ever seen before. I expect the truth of the matter will be more difficult to pin down than a passing mugger. However, there is one thing I can say for certain. Greece is home to one of the most famous and influential mythologies in all the world. The gods of Mount Olympus.
Oh yeah.
It is therefore highly likely that they have had a strong influence on this lost belt.
Oh yeah.
Atlantis is currently thriving much more than any other lost belt on Earth. I can tell that from the fact that we can observe its tree of emptiness from outside the storm wall. If only just.
That means it's grown so large, it's now impossible to cover up. It's hard to believe something so imposing could be so empty.
I expect a tree like that will put up quite a fight indeed when it's finally time to cut it down.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Shion. We have some things to do before we're at that point.
Alright, reality space established. Hull stable. We'll start to emerge once we've confirmed there are no hostiles nearby.
Yeah, about that. There are hostiles.
Hostiles detected. Abort surfacing. Damn it, I can't believe how sharp their eyes are.
Not only have they already seen us, they're headed straight for us. Yeah.
Whoa. You mean we're already under attack? What in the world were you doing, Captain? They were waiting for us.
They must have pinpointed our location in the time it took us to establish reality space.
After the zero sale.
What kind of observational equipment are they using? I don't know. They probably have seers. That's like throwing a stone into the ocean and tracking it down using nothing but the sound it made. I know he didn't make so much as a peep. My diving is smoother than the slickest of dolphins. The only thing they could have possibly spotted is the faintest of ripples we made when we entered the Lost Belt. Indeed they did. And to do that, they would have had to be continuously observing the entire storm wall without a moment's rest.
Never mind how this happened. Just get us out of here. Damn it. Mouye, full reverse. Wait. Don't take any evasive maneuvers just yet.
Oh? Pull up the monitor and take a look at the surface. Hurry. What? Oh! That's a big fleet. What? Very... magic / steampunk / ancient Greek warship hodgepodge mishmash. Very fancy. What are those? What are those?
How awesome! Those ships are using technology beyond anything in our civilization. And a whole fleet at that. What are you doing, Marines?
I don't want to listen to Shion prattling on either, but you can't just cut her off. Don't blame us, Captain, it's not our fault. Yeah, I think they probably have comms jammers, probably.
Some sort of atmospheric interference has cut off our connection to Novum Calodia. Uh-oh. I've got a report to make too, Captain. It's not just the enemy ships.
I'm picking up a servant out there on the water, too.
The one we really didn't want to run into.
Oh. Hey, Canis.
About time you Chaldia Cretans got here.
Now I'm gonna murder the absolute shit out of you for making me wait all this time. You know what? Fair enough. Can't let a lady wait.
Canis, the Divine Spirit. She's here along with this entire fleet. What are you lot waiting for? Get us the hell out of here now. We don't have any other option.
Yeah, dear.
A transmission?
Is it Shion? I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Attention enemy vessel from Chaldea. Attention enemy vessel from Chaldea. Requesting line of communication. Over.
A transmission. Does this mean that civilization has advanced to the point that they've developed long-range communications as well? Even for only ones that use magical energy?
I mean, it is the Lost Belt headed by Castaria. Are you surprised?
I'm going to pick up Ritsuka. Okay, you're on.
This is Godolph Music, commander of the Shadow Border, speaking on behalf of Novum Chaldea. I am Odysseus, commander of the Olympus Defensive Forces. What? I'm contacting you with your first and only warning. We have come to kill you. There will be no surrender, no offers of amnesty, and no negotiations. We will not stop until we have confirmed that every last one of you is dead.
Oh, thanks for the heads up. Beep. The pressure is so intense he can't even get a word out. I mean, thanks for the warning. This communication is terminated, as you will be shortly. Oh, what a witty guy, huh? So we can't even attempt to talk things out in an effort to maintain the status quo. The situation could not be worse. Yeah, no, definitely not.
We'll have to make an escape.
There's no way we can possibly defeat Canis at sea.
Engineer, grab a salt lick.
I'm gonna crank the engine as high as it can go.
What was that?
You wanna run that by me again, you cap bastard? What kind of predicament did you get my portable ship into? When this is over, I'm gonna kick your ass so hard you'll taste nothing but shoe leather for a week. Alright guys, I'm taking the safety valve off the Triton wheel. All 4 compartments now running simultaneously. 30 seconds until we're at full battle speed.
Holmes, Mignet. Set a course for minus 1200 seconds. We're going to dive back once the engine hits critical. Yes, I'm well aware. Preparing for a zero sail now.
Throw the prototype at them. We'll move to cut them off while it keeps them busy. Yes, sir. Opening cage and inputting target. Injecting Theos Claronomia. Go, go, go! It's still not enough. Canis, you go too.
You don't gotta tell me. No way I'm letting them get away. I'm gonna make them all wish they'd never been born. Especially that little runt.
I'm assuming that's referring to Captain? Yeah. Yeah, I guess Canis would have problems with anyone related to Poseidon. Like, oh, you're Poseidon's son? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, fair enough though. Honestly, fair enough. Fair, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't blame her.
I see. That vessel of theirs smells of Triton. They do say the sins of the parent are visited upon the child. Though why Poseidon would bother to create such dull familial bonds is beyond me.
What about your own son? Methinks this Odysseus isn't quite the same. Quite the same guy as our Odysseus would be.
I'm getting something on the sonar. Hostile contact, closing fast.
Crap, it's going to intercept us before we can zero sail. If we get hit now, the Nautilus's whole outer layer will be completely shattered.
Abort zero sail. Change the spells over to physical defense. Da Vinci, give me an escape route. Our only hope is to smash through this dragnet.
What about us, Captain? My captain?
You head out with MASH and hold back that servant on the surface. If Canis makes it inside the ship, we'll all be well and truly done for.
Sounds right. Well, I meant like our Odysseus is in like our like proper human history mythology Odysseus. Like I assumed as much as that the one we summoned to Chaldea is probably the Lost Belt one, seeing as how he has the, you know, fancy high-tech armor and Gundam Trojan horse. But yeah, I meant like as in like proper mythological Odie.
If Canis makes it inside the ship, we'll all be well and truly done for. I'll solidify the water near the Nautilus so you can use it as a foothold. Hopefully that'll be enough.
Oh, hopefully.
Understood. Master.
Let's go.
Yokai. Surfacing now. Opening the hatch.
So, what the hell is that? It's a completely new type of enemy. Doesn't match anything in our records. Oh yeah, I didn't think so. I would normally encourage you to approach it with caution, but I'm afraid we simply don't have the time. Those other ships are making their way here as we speak. If we take too long, they'll have us completely trapped. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I'll be as careful as I can. Engaging now. Awaiting your orders, Master.
Well, of course we have Draco. She'll be, quite handy. You know what? Tiamat. Okay, this team should be good enough. Let's change up the craft essences, though. And for once in my life, I'm gonna put on, you know, actually useful craft essences. Because I'm scared. Alright, Alice, let's give you... I don't know how many enemies there'll be. I don't know if I have... if an AoE Noble Phantasm needs its overcharge here or not. What even is her overcharge? Her overcharge is... heavy special attack to enemies with human attribute. Special attack damage increases. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't need... How about... Does this do increase art skill effectiveness? No. Quick effective... You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll do. I'll just change this out for like 4-star. Where is this? Okay. Yeah, This'll do. This'll do. Alright, hang on 1 second. I'll be literally back in like 10 seconds. Okay. Sorry. Just feel a bit peckish. Went and grabbed a egg Reese's. Alright. To battle. And hopefully I didn't make horrible decisions with my party.
そうごっこ遊びはもうおしまい
Alright, Berserker. Easy enough. I was just afraid of it being a night class servant, rendering Tiamat kinda useless. But luckily not. Alright,
まだダメ我慢して
look at your turn. Oh, only 8 turns remaining. Oh, is it just like survive? Increase the... Okay, yeah, so it's just survive. Okay.
少しずつ少しずつどこに隠れているのかしら
That's easy enough. Yeah.
すぐ
我が舌を喜ばせろ
柔らかく息を止めて予想外だわ
行くぞ
Or do I have to kill it in 8 turns?
そう
That's 2 very different things if I have to kill it in 8 turns. Hmm.
ダメ
Alright, go
そ
mother.
うですかいいですね
Beat some ass.
よしよし
I mean, with a 120 Tiamat, killing it should be doable if that's what we're doing here. Probably. Hopefully. Hang on to that one more turn.
そうです望みを声にせよ
パッチ
Charge to no phantasm. No, hit it all at once.
切り裂いて
Nice, Alice.
そう
Alissimo. Ow! Oh, we're NP sealed. Oh. Oh, that's great. Get gandered. Alright, 1 turn. It's fine.
我が舌よかろう
It's all good. All good in the
アワ
hood.
リティ
Let's do...
勝ちま
ミ
しょう
ルクに溶ける絶望を
荒ぶる獣の抱擁を受けるがいい
Go, Dragon Mommy.
お母さん
Go.
出動ゴゴゴゴゴゴゴゴゴゴゴゴお弁当忘れないでわかりました
Yeah, I hear you, mother. I hear you. I won't forget.
アリスさんそれやばいっすうるさい騒がないで何これ
I've seen it a few times now, but I'm never gonna get used to her head exploding.
踏み潰してしまいなさい。私はあなた。あなたは誰？ 翼となってかけよ。抱き、溶かし、恋焦がれるか。解消なし。
Wait, why did I do Draco last? Wait, why did I do that? What? Okay, hang on. I don't know why I did that. I just forgot I wasn't fighting a servant.
そこにいるのね。かわいそうに。
頑張ります。させません。いいですね。
我が舌を喜ばせろ。パチン。
I'm going to hope it's just break the break bar.
抱きしめる。
Because if we're expected to fully defeat it, then we have a bit of a problem. Ow.
そうですか。
我がしよか
So
ろ。
this.
は、
ロササングリス。はっ。
Okay. Okay, we just break the break bar. Okay. That was didn't even lose anyone. What a wimpy prototype. Okay. Oh, Berserker Caster, huh? Yeah, give me this broken AF Ibuki Doji. I'm good with that. Let me swap these two around actually. Back-to-back combat? Okay, now we're getting... Whoa, what in the world is that thing? And how is it so absurdly strong?
I can't get a read on it. Our scans are being deflected or something. All of its stats are showing up as unknown. If our instruments can't even measure it, I think that means it might be a divine beast. I guess that makes sense. A divine beast from the underworld. Maybe, but divine nonetheless. It's too damn strong. I'm going to release my noble phantasm. Get ready, engineer. Are you nuts? Why would you use our trump card now, you moron? Fine, we're good to go at any time. Do it. And if you die from this, I'm taking over as the lead Nemo. Can they do that? I thought they would all disappear if he died. But... maybe not? Swapping Great Ram over to Impact form. Holmes. I'm on it. Go ahead and give it all you've got. Run it through. Great Ram Nautilus. Smash through. Smash their ships to pieces. Good, the ram struck it dead on. It's still alive, damn it. Yes, but you did manage to slow it down. Now's a chance to escape. Both of you, get back here on the double. Easier said than done, Holmes. Easier said than... Oh, we made it back. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to defeat it. Don't worry about that. No need for apologies. In terms of pure destructive power and durability, that thing's easily on par with the highest rank of servant. Right now, we just need to get as far away as we possibly... hold it! Right there! Magnify! Still would.
I mean, look at those. Oh, never mind. What in the blue blaze is that?
You know the meme of how like guys hear me outs are all just like monster women but have like still very much human looking shape, and then women tend to actually go for the freaky monsters. I feel like this falls in between. Like, it has your kind of a womanly upper chest area, but otherwise, I'd say it's pretty freaky.
Holy cow, these magical energy readings are off the charts. No, wait, it's not the readings themselves. It's the sheer number of fluctuations I'm seeing. That thing is fluctuating fast enough to turn a human into a mummy and back again in the blink of an eye. There appears to be something moving about in its abdominal region. It's babies. It would appear to be lamias and chimeras, fully grown to boot.
You mean it's birthing monsters? What the actual hell? How?
What's more, it's doing so at great speed. It would seem we're dealing with the mother of all monsters, in a very literal sense. Now the monsters at birth are heading our way. Mister!
Let's do the smash.
Right.
I'm surprised no one made a Tiamat reference among them when he said "Mother of all monsters," but I guess, you know, actively being assaulted by said monsters probably is not the best time to be cracking jokes, huh? Or references, I suppose. Origin Lamia and Origin Chimera.
そう。ごっこ遊びはもうおしまい。
Alice, I love you, but this was a really bad time to... I'm sorry. Does that say 50?
「汚れてしまうかも」
夏が来たりてかぎろい揺れて雨が来たりて命が騒ぎ息吹の御霊八脈怒涛
Ridiculous. That'd be silly. That'd be absurd. That'd be extremely likely, actually.
欲望の熱は止まらない我の力を望みを声にせよ適当にやっとくわそうなのロササングリスザバーンデメちゃん
Please die. Of course not.
そう
Alright, after this turn, I'll throw her.
どこに隠れているのかしら最後まで諦めないで少しずつ少しずつ
Alice, you're up. Grade 3 Wonder Snatch.
ミルクに溶ける絶望よかろう
Show me your snatch. I mean, what? Her Wonder Snatch.
アイス落としちゃった
Oh, it's
な
unfortunate.
らもういらないわよねみんな忘れてしまいましょう何もかも霧の中にザバーン
Alright, good. Just don't let them attack.
and we'll be fine. Oh, okay. Oh, it's easy. What was I even worried about? Oh boy, here comes Canis.
There, we've got a lull in between waves. Now's a chance.
I know. We'll begin evasive maneuvers as soon as we collect you. We'll make our way through any creatures we can't avoid with the naval ram and anti-submarine net cutters. Forget that, Captain. We've got to get out of here now before she gets here.
I think she's already here.
Too late.
Lancer.
There, above us.
Here she comes.
Shoo! No! I'm okay. Although
that one blow was so powerful. Who are you? We know this already, don't we?
Why do I gotta bother telling you my name now? Besides, we already exchanged pleasantries in Scandinavia. Then again, I'm enjoying that terrified look in your face, so why not? You want to know who I am? Fine, you got it. My name's Canis, a divine spirit. I am the lightning that tears this shitty ocean apart. I'm also Kirstario, Vodam's servant, and the envoy who's going to end every last one of you. But hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. I'm actually real happy that I get to see a lot like this. Between Russia, Scandinavia, China, and India,
I figured you would have died way before getting here. Hell, I was so sure of it, I'd already put you out of my mind. Thanks. But then you show up like the pack of morons you are, flying by the seat of your pants. Yeah, that's what we do. Now I know what it feels like to bust a gut laughing. You're gonna be worth destroying just as much as that fake-ass Triton.
So hey, take your pick. What'll it be?
Skewered alive or torn limb from limb?
Either one's fine by me. All I want's to hear you scream for mercy.
Oh? Damn, she's so powerful, these two decided to be like, okay, we're not really fighters, but we should probably go help.
Oh.
What's the freaking nerd herd doing out here? How about you go back to your calculators and shit, and just leave the fighting to the grown-ups, huh?
What I would love to do just that. I'm afraid that a few extra hands will be necessary to deal with the divine spirit. The name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm afraid I missed my chance to say hello back in Scandinavia, so here I am now to make up for my lack of manners. And so, well, I like that you mind your manners.
At least in the sense that you don't piss me the hell off. Oh, well, that's good.
On the other hand, I can't stand that whole prim and proper shit.
So I think I'll split the difference and rip your guts out first. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Did you really think a couple of human heroic spirits could even stand a chance against me? I'll show you what happens when trash like you tries to pick a fight with a god.
I think you'll find
we're a much tougher bunch.
Well, kind of forced into using this team, so well.
That's fine.
I'm sure the requirement isn't, to beat her, right? Surely I won't be forced to try and defeat her with this team.
Probably. Certainly not. Let's throw her evade on.
このアングルバッチリ
Right out the gate. NPC, or not yet. Increase his strength. Let's not touch him quite yet. Mm.
黄金律にも種類があるのさ
Yeah. Yeah, I guess our objective here is just
装填します
live
内熱衝撃板装填しますバンカーボルトリロード
as best we
ま
can.
ふむふむはい
Cause yeah, we ain't touching her for shit.
照準捉えました
俺は死んねえだ
I don't wanna die.
落ちろトイレ落ちろ
Oh. One turn, okay. Alright. I mean, that's fine. I've had to take a lot of weak-ass noble phantasms to the face before, but yours is by far the most irritating. You okay, Holmes? None of our attacks worked. Is that due to Canis' noble phantasm? Or perhaps it's a type of authority? Perhaps Captain was right. It may not be possible to so much as scratch Canis at sea. Or rather, on the Greek god's own ocean. Yeah, that's right. I'm immortal when I'm out on the sea. That's just how I'm made. I didn't ask for that, though. You can thank that piece of shit Poseidon for it. I would have been fine with just my lightning. Anyway. Huh? Time's up. I'll say this for you, Scrawny. At least you know how to defend yourself. Alright, I'm gonna pull back, just like Odysseus planned. I was looking forward to beating the master of Chaldea and that fake-ass Triton to death with my bare hands. Again, you know, understandable. But not enough to risk my own life. Later, Chaldea. Yeah, we're about to get bombarded. That'll be nice, and at least to make sure you die a painless death. Oh? Canis has retreated. I've got a very bad feeling about this. Return to the Nautilus. Sir. We're about to have a real bad time. Oof. You okay, Holmes? Are you okay, Mr. Holmes? Oh, I'll be alright. I feel at least slightly better than I did after my encounter with Sigurd, after all. Slightly better! Oh, then again, I suppose I was only able to handle Canis' spear thanks to my experience against his demonic sword. At any rate, finding a way out of the situation is still our most urgent priority. Let's hurry to the cockpit. I don't know why Canis fell back, but I sincerely doubt it was to give us time to rest. Yeah, probably not. I wouldn't bet on that. Let me think. We're about to be bombed with something. With what? Who knows? But something. We're back! Good. All crew members have returned safely. Submerging Nautilus now. I don't know if this will save us, but... The Nautilus is safely underwater. Hopefully this will buy us some time. I don't think it will. Damn you, Kashtaria. Wasn't that strange demonic beast enough? Did you really have to sick Canis on us too? It's just so childish to be so overprepared for our arrival. How? What? Yeah, I'm not so sure childish is the right word. I mean, this was pretty much the opposite of playing around. Yeah.
Yes, good point. But never mind that now. We need to focus on getting out of here. Are we still not ready to zero sail?
Between the unidentified demonic beast attacks and the damage Canis' lightning did to the armor, repairs are gonna take some time. If we try to zero sail now, we'd all be crushed to a pulp under the pressure of void space. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. And since we don't want that happening, we'll just have to find another way out of these waters.
The sonar's going nuts!
Oh, a bunch of somethings are— oh, what somethings? What now? Crap, are those depth charges?
No, wait, they're creatures!
Oh, good. If it was depth charges, we'd have a problem. There's what looks to be a ton of living somethings headed our way from the surface.
Shit, they're gonna collide with us at 90 knots. What living things could possibly move that fast?
I've finished analyzing them. I think they're probably lamias.
Evasive maneuvers. All hands, brace, brace, brace.
Oh man, this really is bad. They punctured section 2. We're starting to take on water. I'll seal it up once the crew's out of here. 3, 2, 1. There, it's sealed. What the hell? I know those were living creatures. So where'd the depth charges come from? Does this hatch look out? I'm hearing something strange. Oh man, I think they're trying to pry it open.
Sonar reporting in.
I'm seeing a ton of ships on the surface both ahead and behind us. There must be at least 50 of them. We can't possibly break through so many. Engine all ahead, flank speed. Shake off the creatures that are trying to pry open the hatch.
Roger that. Flank speed.
What should we do?
I don't want to die out here.
Don't even dare to breathe.
A strange sound coming from the hatch stopped. Did we lose them?
I wouldn't count on it.
No, I don't think we did. Though I can't say I'm surprised.
What's going on? Can't we just make a run for it now?
We're surrounded. They knew exactly what we were going to do.
Yeah, it's Odysseus for you.
Proceeding to phase 3. Activate the Lamias we built on the seabed. Once they've secured the target, we'll immediately...
Oh.
There's nowhere left to go.
The sea is usually a world full of freedom. It's a world of freedom. I've never felt so restrained here before.
Uh-oh. I'm getting something on the sonar again.
Now we've got hostiles coming from the seabed. They're pretty much the same as the ones before. So we're fucked. Is that what you're saying?
Well, was that another depth charge?
No, sir, that sounded more like some sort of metallic grinding.
Well, they have a buzzsaw down here?
Engine status, are they still functioning?
No, sir, they're all tangled up in something. We can't move so much as a centimeter. And we can't cut it off with the anti-submarine net cutters, either. The only way we can get it off is for someone to go out there. Oh.
Does that mean they're going to crush us to death? Wouldn't it be better to dash it all and risk the zero sail?
We still need a bit longer to prepare for that. They're not giving us any time at all to react.
Once they've been cornered, the only option they'll have left is a zero sail. That means there's still a chance they could escape if we continue to attack them with ordinary means. And therefore, we need to give them the salve of the heavens, so there can be no room for miracles or coincidences.
What the fuck is this? That's the salve of the heavens!
All ships, make sure you follow my commands to the letter. Anyone caught retreating will be punished severely. Yes, sir.
What? Huh?
What is it? What's the matter now?
Is that
A high energy signature coming in from orbital space? Yeah, I don't know. You tell me, is it? We should have an ultra long range lens now, thanks to Shion, right? Use that to zoom in as close as you can.
Roger. Activating ultra long range lens now.
Zooming into 16,000 meters, 32,000 meters, 64,000 meters, 120,000 meters, 240,000 meters, 500,000 meters. Whoa, there's something there. Putting it up on the monitor now. Oh. What?
Is that really?
A spaceship? Nani? I presume this is orbiting directly above us at this moment.
That's what it looks like.
What is that? What in the ever-loving blazes is that? I thought the Lost Belts were supposed to be places where human history is stored out. How can they have a spaceship that looks like something our top scientists could only have dreamed of?
We might have been able to gather more information about it if we still had our connection to Shion. But at a glance, it sure looks like it's more advanced than anything in our own world. Any ideas? Master, what's wrong?
We're all going to die. Oh, we just gave up. Oh, okay.
Die?
It's shooting something out of its stick tip. An enormous ship hangs suspended in the hazy darkness of space. Hostile entity detected. Authenticating request confirmed. Verifying target coordinates via ground level ether sonar. Readying cannon to fire on target location. Anatole, Octatria.
I'll never be able to evade this by conventional means. Professor, allocate all resources towards
maximizing defenses.
Understood. Activating bounded field spells. Authorizing code L. New Moon. Activating bounded field spells 1 through 60, and spatial distortion spell up to maximum depth. Good. We don't fall behind on those zero sale preparations either. Huh. Here it comes.
You know, any god, Greek god around here who's not down for what Kshtaria and Zeus are doing? Anybody? Anyone? Dispatching interstellar cannon evacuation alert. Firing energy charge in 3, 2, 1. Shooting star Ortigia.
Ripperoni?
The light converged on a single point, transforming into an enormous arrow. No, it wouldn't be fitting to call it an arrow. This was a weapon designed to shoot down intergalactic vessels. A weapon created to tear through entire planets. An anti-planet noble phantasm. Now its light streaks down towards a single submarine, the Nautilus. That doesn't sound good.
Bounded field spells 1 to 60 have been destroyed.
The spatial distortion spell's already been eroded to 2% capacity. Oh, time for the distortion to repair itself. 5 seconds. The spell isn't going to hold.
Initiate zero sail. Captain, we can't. If we try in this state.
We don't have any other option, Holmes. Either guaranteed death here or 99% chance of death by zero sailing. I assume we took the 1% chance of living. Probably. It's a hit. The Chaldean ship has been completely vaporized. Has it though? Too bad for the guys who had to keep them surrounded. Oh yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, that's a big explosion. That's a big beam. What what? Oh. Unnecessary sacrifice. We couldn't give them time to fall back. Shall we go home now, sir? No, not yet. We're going to check the target area for any remains. Are you sure, sir? There's not so much as a scrap of them left. And that's reason not to look because... Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. We'll start searching the area right away. Yeah, don't talk back. Is this why he paid that foxwoman such an exorbitant price for that shadow border analysis? Because he foresaw this turn of events. Probably. That led us at the end. Yeah, probably a zero sail. Or someone helping us. Probably not. Hestia Island! Oh! Hestia. The goddess of the hearth. Unfortunately, I doubt Fate would make... Assuming we see an actual, like, model for Hestia, which I doubt, or sprite that is. Again, which I doubt. I doubt it'll look anything like the one from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Unfortunately. Well.
Oh, whoa, that was amazing.
There'd been a booming sound and a blinding flash of light. The kind you'd expect at the end of the world. I'd heard rumors about the goddess's hammer of justice, but I'd never seen it for myself before. You could feel its sheer destructive power just from the storm that blew onto the beach. I had my reasons for paying the beach a visit. I was also just a little bit curious. I did think I might be able to help somehow if anything had washed up on shore, but I hadn't really thought about it any further than that. I definitely didn't expect to run into any survivors. Oh? I mean, the whole idea that anything could survive that just seemed laughable. After all, the whole point of the god's punishment was to wipe its targets completely out of existence. So we're saying we lived. Obviously. Which is why... Huh? Which is why it was so tragic to see that lone, frail-looking person washed up on the beach. Lone? Because I was the only one there who had any hope of saving her. I'm guessing last minute MASH activated her mold Camelot and protected us. But the blast still, like, knocked us under, like, flinging through the water. And we ended up getting washed ashore. Something like that. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, tang, tang, wah, wah, bing, bang.
What just?
What the? You. Hey, you.
I can't breathe.
Foe!
Oh, Foe.
Hey, are you okay?
Are you alive? Are you still breathing?
I think so.
Oh no, you aren't, are you?
There's something stuck in your windpipe.
Miss Corday?
Is that you? Let's see, I think for a choking victim, you're supposed to get behind them,
Put pressure on their abdomen.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness. Are you alright? Have you come to your senses? Can you see me okay?
I think so.
Huh. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just happy. I'm so happy I could cry. Wait, no, I am crying.
You are? Why?
I'm so sorry.
This is my first time saving someone's life, so...
Foe?
Foe, it's you! Hey, where's everyone else, buddy? Oh, so this little guy's named Foe? Is he your pet? I'd say he's more of a friend. Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Oh, Foe?
What? Why would you have a problem with that?
You're funny. Wait. You wouldn't happen to be a master, would you?
We would. Are you a servant?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
Alright, still haven't introduced myself, have I?
My name is Charlotte. Charlotte Corday.
I'm probably extremely minor as far as heroic spirits go, so I won't blame you if you haven't heard of me. I know who you are.
Oh, well, thank you.
Barely. Although, if I'm being honest, having the reputation I do is actually sort of embarrassing. I really wish I'd left some more flattering legends of myself behind when I died. But never mind that.
What brings you all the way out to a place like this anyway?
Well, you see, what happened was... we got blown up.
Now I get it.
Yes, it all makes sense. This must be what I was summoned for. I've been wondering what I'm supposed to be doing here ever since I materialized here.
So now that I know, I promise I'll do whatever I can to help.
Does that mean you want to make a contract?
Yes.
I may be stupid, useless, and good for absolutely nothing. What? No. Whoever said that? But I promise I'll do the best I can in spite of all that. Foe.
You're very cute, aren't you, Foe?
So what exactly is he anyway? Some kind of squirrel? Not quite. It's a long story. One that I don't know if Ritsuka even knows.
I was summoned here about a month ago.
But it wasn't long before I realized that, well, I can't actually do anything on my own. Really? Nothing at all?
Yes, really.
And it's not because I'm an assassin or anything. I'm just genuinely helpless. But I have a good feeling about this. I think I'm finally going to get to be helpful. I'll certainly do my very best. I'm counting on you, Miss Good for Nothing.
Anyway, I suppose the first order of business is probably tracking down all your other companions.
If they lived. Which I mean, obviously Mash lives. But honestly, there's no guarantee that Holmes survives. Because, like, I don't remember seeing Holmes in any of the events I've played so far. He wasn't in Gouda 8. I don't think he was anyway. Was he? Was Holmes in Gouda 8? I don't remember him being there. Holmes definitely didn't appear in Mihoyo. And I don't believe he appeared in the Karakuri event. So I'm kind of expecting him to die eventually. I don't know if it's here exactly, but eventually.
So while we're doing that, I'll tell you everything I know about Atlantis.
That'd be great, thanks.
Of course. Okay, so this island we're on now is called Hestia, after one of the gods of Olympus.
There's a village here where some humans live, and another servant lives on the island as well. Is he a friendly servant, or another servant?
Yes, he calls himself the Courier.
I probably should know who that's referring to, but I still don't know his true name.
But he's the one who brought me here on a ship.
A ship, huh?
By the way, Ritsuka, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Enemies? What's that?
I actually have no idea where we are right now either.
A directionally challenged assassin servant who doesn't even really have much assassin skills. As in, like, actual combat ability. Right.
And now, where was that village again?
Foe? I wonder where we are now. That's never a good sign to hear.
Foe. I'm sorry.
How much restore do you know? I think we talked about this ages ago. Like, I looked at her profile and everything and we talked about it a bit. But I don't remember, to be honest. I think she, like, killed her... Like, she was a maid and ended up killing her lord or something because he was, like, abusive. I don't remember. I don't actually remember, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
Stabbed a French Revolution leader in the bath. Okay. Right. Now that I think of it, losing my way is how I ended up at the beach earlier, too. Why did you lose your way?
Well...
Oh.
Huh. Foe?
Shh.
Ooh.
I'm assuming you were being chased by these things? Is that why you lost your way? I'm afraid I have some more bad news now. No, we see it. I lost my way earlier because I was running away from that demonic beast. Oh. Huh?
There's no way we can beat it. Run away! Foe!
What use are you? Oh crap, it's gaining on us.
Ritsuka.
Corday!
Please run for it.
I'll hold it off as best I can. I promised myself it'd be useful this time. This time?
Here goes nothing.
Well.
That's mildly concerning. Oh, level 45. I can't even bring my own Charlotte. Actually, this is probably better because my Charlotte, I think, is still 111 skills. But she's NP5, so yeah. Okay, well, it's fine. I'm sure this will go well. Surely a very extremely underpowered assassin isn't totally useless, right?
殺しますね。天使さんお願いします。はい、了解で。やった。
Oh!
それ
Oh, that damage!
やっちゃいます。1、2
Oh!
のドン。はいはい。とやったとやっちゃいます。1、2のドン。はいはい。宝具準備ですね。
Okay.
かしこまりです。
At least we killed it, even though it was very painstakingly slow. We win. Wait, she's on attack, right?
私は世界を動かせず、けれど世界は私を鈍らせない。どうぞごめん遊ばせ。私の無知なる殺人にお付き合いくださいまし。ラ・レーブ・アンソレイエ。さようなら。愛されるあなた。やっちゃいます。1、2
Oh, it's not dead.
Fucking giving yourself a buff. Cheater.
やったと
Gosh darn defense buff.
1、2のドン。
And it didn't die. It didn't even die. This is gonna be a problem, isn't it? We're completely surrounded.
No, I won't give up yet.
Oh? Who's pissing?
Huh? Foe?
Huh? Is it raining on them? Having a body can be a real pain sometimes. No way, something's not right here. Why do I even have to do this anyway? I mean, I'm a servant for Petrus' sake. Oh, maybe it's because my name originally meant one who discharges water. That must be it. Whoever thought that was a good name for anybody. Oh.
Does that mean the water falling on the demonic beast's heads is actually...
Please no.
Foe?
Was I right? Is he literally pissing on them? Oh my god. I was joking when I heard the water tinkling sounds. Oh, okay. What's that? Did I get it on somebody? Sorry about that. Hang on, I'll be right down. Oh. Oh. That's not who I was expecting. So Orion means one who discharges water? Oh.
Alright. Sorry again, I didn't mean to involve you guys in my little, bit of fun. So, who would I get it on?
Not me. I literally couldn't live with myself if it had.
Oh. I guess that means you guys are the unlucky winners then.
My bad.
Ugh, gross. Stay away. Yeah, it's your piss! But you were the one who... I'm sorry, this is all a little too much for me.
Oh. There we go. A nice solid hit. Hey there, I don't know who you are, but you're lucky I found you when I did.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Me? I'm just your everyday devilishly handsome hunter. That's the pretty young lady. You a servant?
Yes I am. And I take it you are as well.
Sure am. I think this calls for a toast to our fateful encounter.
Just, wash your hands first, please. Fofo! I agree. Cleanliness comes first.
Alright, I hear ya. Man, what a pain. Okay, let's try that again. This means I saved your lives, yeah?
Yeah, well, I guess, technically.
Yikes, that must have made an even worse first impression than I thought.
Well, your entrance was a little, okay, incredibly off-putting. Yeah, maybe don't do the whole pissing on the enemy first. You know, maybe cut that bit out. But yeah. But I suppose we wouldn't be here right now if not for you, so thank you for that.
So beautiful. Say, now that I've washed my hands, maybe it'd be alright if I held yours.
No.
No, I think I'll pass on that, thanks. Ooh, we still don't even know each other's names after all, so I think it's much too early for anything like hand-holding.
Yeah, you dirty pre-marriage hand-holder. Ouch, rejected with cold-hearted logic. That's just sad. Okay then, sounds like introductions are in order. I'm Orion, the Tri-Star Hunter.
Teddy bear? Yeah, I see the resemblance. Are you for real?
Mm-hmm.
Foe?
Mm-hmm. Artemis hasn't hijacked his spirit origin this time. Oh, now I gotcha. So you've met me before then.
Well, yes. Then no. I'm not sure that counts.
What was that supposed to mean? Anyway, you are?
Charlotte Corday.
Oh, I see.
It's okay if you've never heard of me. I am a very minor figure as heroic spirits go.
Sorry about that.
I'm so sorry, Ritsuka. I wasn't able to be useful after all. If Orion hadn't showed up, who knows what would have become of us. What do you mean? You saved our lives! Yeah, don't forget about that bit. You literally saved us from choking on seawater. But I couldn't even defeat a single demonic beast.
Don't be ridiculous. I'd never have been able to save you guys if you hadn't hung in there like you did.
Oh. I see. Then, I was useful after all. That's wonderful. That means I can die now. But I'd rather you didn't, to be honest. Where'd that come from? Oh, sorry, I misspoke. What I meant to say was, I'm so honored now that I could die a happy servant. Being able to help humanity is a dream come true for me.
Right. I can almost feel myself disappearing as we speak. Well, don't, okay? I mean it!
Fofo? Oh, I get it.
You're actually egging me on, aren't you? No? Not even close! Actually, hold on. Something's still not adding up. Let's see, you're not an Atlantean, right? And you're a servant. What's going on here? Are you on the enemy's side? Now I'm concerned. No, Orion wouldn't. He wouldn't be tricking us like this, right? He wouldn't. He's not a slimy, scummy piece of garbage, right? Right?
この時期雨おや何か物入りかなでは
Nah, he wouldn't be. He's not that kind of dude. I really should stop, but it's so hard. Okay, impossibly miraculous. Nude 2. Now I see, so you're a master. Oh, don't worry. I can promise you with absolute certainty that I'm a servant from proper human history. So if you're here, does that mean you came to set this lost boat right?
I guess so.
Not exactly brimming with confidence, are you? So, I'm guessing from the way you're looking at me that you'd like me to help you.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Fo?
Too much hassle. That's it. That's your whole reason. What more do you need? Things don't always have to be overly complicated.
You can't be serious. You must be 1,000 times more useful than I could ever hope to be.
So why won't you agree to help? Well, let's just say I've got my reasons.
Humph.
Now that's a sulk if I've ever seen one, right? Look at them, look at them.
Alright then. I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. Come on, Ritsuka. We'll never find the village if we keep wasting our time here. Let's just get going.
Does she know the village is in the opposite direction?
Corday, wait!
Could you at least take us there, Orion?
Alright.
I'd almost forgotten we were lost.
Orion, will you take us there, please?
Didn't you just say we were going our separate ways? Yeah, I'm just pulling your leg. Come on, follow me. Oh, and just so you know, it's over a day's walk from here, so we'll have to make a camp at some point.
Really? My gosh, I must have been even less attentive than I realized. I had no idea I had gone so far.
Oh, don't worry. I promise I'll at least get you to the village safe and sound. That'd be great, thank you. He'll come around, I'm sure. He won't be a dick forever. Probably. So let me ask you this. How much do you guys know about this lost belt? I know it's Kirstaria's domain. Yeah, can't say know anyone by that name. But I have heard there's someone called a Cryptor staying at Olympus.
And I
guess I only really know that the weather is very mild and pleasant here. Very useful. Very, 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 very useful, Corday.
Oh, and the Atlanteans. Besides that, there are powerful demonic beasts here who are much stronger than I am.
Powerful demonic beasts? Yeah, I guess. But it's nothing that'll get in the way of life on this island. In that sense, it's nice and peaceful around here. I hope your friends are still alive. They are. Well, great. Glad to hear it. With an attitude like that, I think you'll get by just fine. So hey, I've got a question for you. A real serious one. So I want you to look me right in the eye and answer it as truthfully as you can.
Okay. Fo? Okay.
This Chaldea place you're from. Does it have other girls as cute as you? Or any other pretty ladies to speak of?
Yeah, quite a few.
We have kings. Don't worry, they are female. Just they go by king. We have queens. We have witches and all manner of spy, and it's a pretty good place. No, most of them would probably be disgusted by your womanizing attitude, but yeah, they're there. What about Artemis? Ark. Well, if nothing else, you don't have to worry about her at the moment. Uh-huh.
Is this really that important a question?
It is for me.
I see. I suppose having been raised in an abbey, I simply cannot understand an issue like this.
Anyway, we'd better call it a night. Got an early morning ahead of us tomorrow. Go on and get some sleep.
Fo.
Good night, Fo. I'm sure we'll be fine when we wake up. I'm sure Orion wouldn't do anything untoward. There we go. Out like a light. Sweet dreams, Ritsuka. I'll be around to help you out for at least a little while. You ready, Charlotte?
As ready as I'll ever be. Oh, and please call me by my name.
I'm guessing he's training her, so she's not completely useless. You got it. Oh, no, enemies are showing up. You lot, keep it down so you don't wake up Ritsuka, and I'll make your deaths quick and painless.
Oh.
Good man? I assume this means we can't use Mystic Code's skills on them. If we're asleep, that wouldn't make much sense. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean... Let's just... Not even, give him a chance, really. Let's target the big boy in the back. I'm not a fan of his design. But I do want Super Orion just because of how obscenely OP he is. Like, it's actually disgusting how good he is.
It's weird he has a support.
Or I guess as self-support. Noble Phantasm. But his crits Yeah, I don't know.
逃げられると思うなよ。それ。
He doesn't really need an attack, Noble Phantasm.
おいほい。はいはいよ。そらそらそら。せい。解放。爆散しとけ。
Him and Gil are like the only. Well, I'd say they're the only archers I really want right now. That's not really true. So I heard Summer Tiamat is actually really fucking good. Although she's next summer, right? Because she was this past year JP's summer, so it will be next year for us. Right? Yeah. I don't, or is it this year's? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's next year's. Yeah. And then I'd be okay with like Summer Barguest too. That takes care of that. Oh. Oh, and Emiya. I almost forgot about Emiya. Was a 4-star. Hey, didn't know you were still up for a ball.
Foe.
I know that expression. You're wondering why I'm not helping out, aren't you? You're wondering why I'm not helping out.
I am too, honestly. I mean, the best I can do in battles like that is slow everyone else down.
It's complicated. Truth is, I really do want to help. I just need to agonize over it a little longer. I've never had to deal with anything like this before. I might not look it, but I've actually got a lot in my mind. Atlantis is awesome. There's no war and nobody wants for anything. The only thing most people have to worry about is the demonic beasts. But there is one part I just can't tolerate. What? Knock it off. She's not an enemy. Is that Shadow Artemis? Get lost. I don't feel like talking right now. Shh.
Who was that?
Huh? I guess I'd have to say she was my ex-girlfriend.
Wait, what?
But even though we broke up, we're still not exactly estranged.
What?
Anyway, that's how it is. And I'd appreciate it if you could keep this between us.
Yeah.
Random question. The Chaldea versions of like base, Artemis Orion and Super Orion, what's the dynamic there? 'Cause maybe I don't want to think about it. Maybe, maybe just maybe I don't want to know. Bear and Super don't really share screen time? Strange.
Well, if you insist that's how it is, I certainly don't know enough about that sort of thing to say otherwise.
You don't?
I know I don't. Is that odd?
No, I guess that's okay.
Good. Anyway, it doesn't look like any more demonic beasts will be bothering us. So I'm going to stay close to Itsuka. Okay, just don't stab me, please. Pretty please.
Oh. Yeah, just. Hmm. I wonder why they don't have Super Orion and Bear Orion interact. I feel like that make for funny interactions in events. I don't know.
Fofo?
Okay, I'm up. Why is Fo beating on us? What'd we do? Hey, you're up. Ready to get going? If we leave now, we should get to the village today.
Good morning, Ritsuka.
I got plenty of jerky if you're feeling hungry.
Don't mind if I do.
Diddly-diddly-doo.
Fofo?
I know, don't worry. Here you go, Fo. So that thing's carnivorous, huh?
Fofo? He says he's not picky and he's happy to eat anything.
Wait, when did we start learning how to understand him? I guess that was maybe more of a guess. Just because we've seen him eat everything at this point. A creature after my own heart. Guess it wasn't just a walking emergency ration. Fo! Oh well, I'm sorry. Well, I doubt he'd be enough to fill up on anyway. So let's get going and eat on the way. Poor Fo. Why does everything want to eat him? What are those machine-looking things? That's the village we're heading to right now.
That's the village?
There's a bunch of remains here of the gods who fell during the war about 10,000 years ago. Sorry, I guess it didn't make much sense to you, did it? Haha, don't worry, we'll soon. Yes. And there's the last demonic beasts. Hey, how about helping me out to mark the occasion?
I just felt a flash of pain throughout my head just now, but I'm okay.
I'll do my best to ensure I at least don't get in the way. Got it. By my room voice lines, Bear Orion's happy that there's a handsome version of him. Super Orion can only wish his bear stealth luck. And Artemis comments that now she has two darlings to keep an eye on.
Man.
Oh, she got buffed. That's good. Man. Super Orion doesn't even get a break, huh? Like, she can't be happy with her bear husband or bear ex-boyfriend, technically. Gotta make sure neither of them get have any fun. Ah, well. Come on, demonic beasts, let us through. We don't have time to deal with your bullshit. Her, like, some of her lines remind me of Astolfo.
Like the hi.
I don't know. Maybe I'm cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. But They give me that vibe. Alright, what next? Oh, an origin chimera! Oh, they followed us here. Hang on, just sending a message. Well, Charlotte. I guess we'll target the chimera. Not a great hand. Charlotte is dead. Well, Orion's probably better off on his own, to be honest. Let us be real here. Orion's probably better by himself. I do have a... Okay. Okay, that was almost bad. I have a guess as to who that courier, the other servant Charlotte was talking about, is. Pretty sure it's Jason, because this is about when his playable self came out, right? Because his interlude requires beating LB5. So it would only make sense. Plus he had a ship, so. Sure, that's not for size. Oh yeah, we won. Man, having a master around really does make a big difference, doesn't it?
It really does. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm doing so much better now.
But what about those first two battles we fought with you? Okay. I'm just glad I can help. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah.
I don't suppose.
You want in on the high five action too?
Oh, yes, please.
But since I barely did anything to help, I think a low five would be more fitting. Okay, how's this? What about chest height high five, mid five?
We did it.
Ooh, me next, come on. Well, I'm in that case. Just the fingertips? Damn, Charlotte! Give our boy a break. Well, I couldn't give you anything better than what I gave Ritsuka, so... What is that? Some kind of servant code or something? I guess. Something like that. Yeah,
Fo.
Ah, well, never mind that. At least he rebounds easily. Here we are, Hestia Village. Gotta be able to rebound quickly when you get rejected all the time. Or maybe it's because he got rejected all the time that he learned how to rebound. Probably that one. Okay, before my AP gets caught up to my bar, and let me just do that right quick. Impossibly miraculous. I'm liking the pacing so far. Oh, hey Orion. What's going on? It's not like you to return from a hunt so soon. I should say I happened across something rare and unusual. Huh? You mean you found someone too? Two? Oh yeah, some people showed up here asking for help.
I tell you, I hadn't seen anyone that badly wounded in a long, long time. Oh damn, it's a hell of a coincidence. So where are these people now? Staying at the tavern for the time being. Apparently the courier happened to know who they were. I was gonna have them head for the temple once they got their bearings. But now that you're back, this works out nicely. Why don't you escort them there? Turns out none of them had an offering from the gods, just like you didn't. Did you hear that, Ritsuka? You think it might be them?
Well, probably. It's a good chance.
Hell yeah, I do. There's no way this is just a coincidence. Come on, tavern's this way.
Wait for me. Ashu! Ashu! Senpai! Mash! Oh, you're alright. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, well,
I knew you were still alive and uninjured thanks to your vital readings on the shadow border.
but since we couldn't contact you, I was worried that you might be trapped or imprisoned somewhere. I can't tell you how relieved I am that you're alright.
What about the others? Where's Holmes? Where's Davinci?
Oh yes, they're all okay too. Although... Ritsuka, you're alright. Though we did have empirical evidence of your well-being, we were all still going out of our minds with worry.
Now say, this whole sorry state of affairs just goes to show how much you still have to learn. Now you listen to me. It's every soldier's duty to always contact their superiors, no matter what the situation. We literally couldn't. If you're alright, we'll know to breathe a sigh of relief. If you're wounded, the shock will take our collective breath away. Either way, once we have contact, then we can take action. But if you never contact us at all, my point, girl, is that it's about time you took your responsibilities as the last master of humanity seriously.
Well, funny story.
Let me guess. Your communicator was broken, right?
Yeah.
Well, given that you're uninjured, I'll overlook it just this once. The fact is, we cannot solve the source spell's problems without a master. And as I just said, you're the last one we've got.
At any rate, there was a great weight off our shoulders to know everyone survived the attack. I'm afraid the situation we find ourselves in is both highly complex and time-sensitive. Where to begin?
Where else? The first order of business has to be Captain.
No, what happened to Captain? You mean Nemo? What about him?
Well, the whole reason we survived is thanks to the Captain forcefully initiating a zero sail. Usually zero sailing in the state we were in would have gotten us killed for sure, and should never have been attempted.
Uh-huh.
But this time it turned out to be the right call.
What happened? What happened?
I took a look at the data we collected during the attack, and it said that the beam that came down from the sky tore the border to pieces. So even though our zero sail came to an end successfully, albeit half-assedly, our existence was still ever so slightly unstable. Are you familiar with a writer by the name of Astolfo?
Yeah. Oh yes, very.
Then perhaps you're also familiar with this noble phantasm, the Hippogriff. Since it is not of this world, and its existence is so ill-defined, the Hippogriff is able to travel freely between truth and fiction.
Okay.
This enables it to temporarily evade attacks that are rooted in reality. In our case, under most circumstances, our predicament would normally have led to one of two outcomes. Either that light from the heavens would have torn the Nautilus to pieces, or the forced zero sail would have resulted in us no longer being able to verify our own existence. Neither are good options. However, it is here where Captain's decision truly shines.
Sustaining damage in a neither here nor there state served to verify our existence through external means. And in turn, the Zero Sail helped keep the light's destruction within manageable levels. Though not without significant cost, I'm afraid.
Captain Nemo was integrated into the Nautilus. So when it was nearly destroyed, the damage to him was catastrophic and has left him comatose. Was not great. It could be worse. He could have died, right? Like, you know, worse outcomes could have occurred.
Where is he now?
Oh, they're letting him use the bed on the second floor of this tavern. He still hasn't woken up.
Under normal circumstances, the best thing to do would be to send him back to Novum Chaldea, turn him into his spirit form, and give him the time he needs to restore himself. But our plan hinges on the Nautilus, and with that out of commission, our hands are firmly tied. For one thing, we can no longer escape, even if we wanted to.
Yeah, have we been able to get back in contact with Shion?
As far as I can tell, we're almost completely cut off.
We've been able to transmit a tiny bit of data, just enough to let her know we're still alive. But that's all.
It takes forever to send, too. To give you an idea of the scale and difficulty, it's like sending signals from Earth to Mars.
Yeah.
Then right when everything was looking abjectly hopeless.
What's the delay on, like, the rover feed that NASA has? Isn't it like 112,000 seconds or something?
I might be overshooting it. It was something ridiculously high, though. I mean, not ridiculous because it makes perfect sense. You know, from Earth to Mars. You know, I mean, you know, a very long time would make sense, but I don't remember the exact time. And then right when everything was looking abjectly hopeless. Oh, not Jason. Barty boy. $45 minutes depending on current distance. Probably has been down. Yeah, I just remember seeing the seconds time. But I think 112,000 is too much for 45 minutes. You know, maybe a little bit too much. Maybe it was like 11. Maybe like 11. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember seeing the seconds at one point and something. That's when I showed up and said, "You look like you're in distress. Oh, beautiful lady with the hidden eyes." That voice, that line. I take it we've already met then. Perhaps there's a version of me there in Chaldea. Still, I'm a firm believer in proper introductions, so don't mind me if I do just that. If I do just that. My name is Bartholomew Roberts. I'm single. Glance. Huh? Bruh, you don't have a chance. I'm sorry. Let it go, man. I said I'm single. Here, Mash. Why don't you come stand next to me for a while?
Okay.
Mash has no idea what's going on. Like, what? Why does he keep yelling that? I don't get it. Indeed, it was through meeting Mr. Roberts that we managed to arrive at this village. What about you, Master? How did you find your way here?
Orion helped me.
Orion? Orion?
There doesn't appear to be anyone else here, though it does smell faintly of game. Perhaps this means the servant who escorted you to this village was here not too long ago. Orion, The human version? Yeah. There's a human Orion too? Not just a bear?
Duh! What? Artemis literally told us that she hijacked his spirit origin that first time. And he would have been human. Okay. Mash. Do you forget when people tell us things? Not that I'm.
Not just a bear? Oh wow! I wish you could have. I wish you could have seen that for myself. In the meantime, I noticed you also seem to have brought a very beautiful woman with you. May I ask your name? Oh, I'm sorry.
Were you talking to me? Yes.
I was. My name is Charlotte Corday. I'm an assassin.
Mash, was it? Are you Itsuka's servant?
Yes, that's right. I'm Mash Kirilight. Well, as a fellow servant, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, and please, call me Corday. Oof.
Not at all. The pleasure's all mine.
Okay. So it wasn't just wasn't just Orion. She said to only call her Corday. That's good.
So are you the one who escorted Master here then, Corday?
Oh no, it wasn't me. If anything, I was being helped much more than I was helping.
Neither Ritsuka nor I would have made it back here if it hadn't been for Orion.
Aha.
No wonder I haven't seen you around then.
Yes, I'm afraid I got hopelessly lost. I'm sorry for worrying you, Mr. Courier.
Oh, that's quite alright.
Just grow out your bangs and it'll all be water under the bridge.
Huh?
I mean, her bangs are already pretty long. But I guess he wants the eyes fully covered, huh? Very specific fetish. But, it's... I don't not respect it.
Damn. I guess you didn't get it. Anyway, is Orion gone now then? Well, that's too bad. Guess I have to go after him. Then again, I don't really want to go after another man. Then again, I think I have to.
Just make up your mind already, will ya?
Oh man,
how am I ever going to decide?
Oh, don't bother. We don't have time or the resources to spare running after someone who's already left. Besides, we still need the information first and foremost. Just what in the world is going on with this lost belt anyway?
Okay, Bartholomew. I know you already told Holmes and me earlier, but would you mind going over this lost belt again for everyone else? Not at all. Would you mind lowering your bangs? Why?
I'm already perfect as I am, so no. Uh-huh.
Shh. Alright, moving on. We know exactly why the Sea of Atlantis ended up as a lost belt.
Alright, go on then.
Did you notice anything unusual about this village? Did you notice anything unusual? I'm betting you did.
Those enormous metal structures, yeah.
Right. As I'm sure you can imagine, those giant buildings you saw are not human design. They were made by, well, there's no better word for them than gods. What's more, these gods still hold the reins of power here even to this day. That's right. Here in this lost belt, the gods of Olympus are alive and well.
I mean, yeah, okay. I like how they ended off as if that wasn't something... Like, even putting aside the fact that No, I didn't even get spoiled for that. I already assumed as much from just in-game stuff that we've seen so far. With what I'm... Like, obviously, it's a shock for... You know, the Chaldeans, right? But the player at this point should pretty well be aware that that's the case. I don't know. Maybe it was just a good spot to end that. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. It was just a good spot to end that section, I suppose. Like here's a revelation for the character, at least. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it. We've gone 3 hours 45 minutes now, almost. So I think that will do it. But honestly, I don't know how to feel about this Lost Boat yet. I feel like I mean, to be fair, I'm only 2 sections in, technically. I mean, more than that if you count the intros, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about it quite yet. But a lot of them do tend to take a little bit of time to get going, so to speak. Right now, it's all just like set up for what the hell is happening here, which makes sense. But yeah, I was fully expecting it to be Jason, like Greece, or Atlantis technically, but Greece. Guy with a ship, you know. Yeah, I was fully in the Jason's gonna appear, and he somehow, especially when they said he appeared to know who they were. When that guy was talking to Orion, he said he seemed to know who they were, or something along those lines. And so I was like, okay, well, Jason was incarnated in Okeanos, wasn't he? Am I misremembering? Wasn't Jason incarnated in... I could be wrong. But I feel like that was the case, wasn't it? I don't think so. Why do I remember him being... I see. I know, but I'm saying, like, I'm giving my reasonings as to why I thought it was Jason. Like, I get, you know, yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, I don't know, for some reason I thought Jason was, I don't know, I guess not. But I was gonna say that, well, even that's probably not actually the case, but if my memory had been correct, that would have explained why he would have known who the Chaldeans were, potentially, but... Yeah, no, I guess Roberts makes sense. I was just fully in the Jason boat. That's really all it was. But I imagine Jason will probably show up still. Because again, his interlude requires beating Atlantis. Or Olympus, one of them. Yeah, Atlantis. So I'm still pretty sure he's gonna show up. More than likely. But maybe it'll be on the enemy side. I mean, if Odysseus of all people is working for Wodime, on Wodime's side, I wouldn't put it past Jason to do a show. I keep meaning to, but I need to. I keep meaning to. I'm not intentionally putting them off until I've beaten all of them. It's just how it's ended up going. I guess. I just don't think about it, and it ends up not happening, and then yeah. I'll get around to it eventually. And it's not previous spoilers anyway. Yeah, but I still need to like go back and watch one through. Unless you mean, no, actually, no. I need to still go back and watch the old ones though. Because I started in what, Singularity 3 or 4? That I started doing the PVs. I should go back and I used to watch the Singularity ones. Then maybe save Lost Belt ones till I finish, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of things I should do that I haven't been doing. But yeah, like I said though, for now I'm undecided yet on my feelings about the Lost Belt, because it's too early to say anything other than it's kind of interesting. Yeah, you know. Yeah. That's fine, but yeah, anyway. I think the number one thing that I'm curious about so far is that Shadow Artemis. Because remember, I think it was in between LB1 and LB2, I want to say. Maybe it was between 2 and 3. I want to say it was between 1 and 2, though. There was a segment where the Cryptors were talking, or Canis was talking to someone, and Artemis was brought up. And they called her a nuisance of a goddess or something like that. So I'm wondering almost if she was, because they said there was a war. I wonder if she was one of the gods fighting to let, you know, history take its proper course. Like, because I assume that's what happened, right? Is when it was time for the Age of Gods to end. You know, a lot of the gods in this Lost Belts timeline were like, no. But then Artemis and some others were like, no, it's time for us to go. And then I assume that's what the war was about, probably. But now Artemis is like, because her side was defeated, clearly, is now wandering as like a pseudo-divine shadow spirit. Like a shadow of her former self. And it's now just trying to protect Orion in her own way, sort of. I don't know. That's one of the main things I'm curious about. Was you thinking about the spaceship thingy? It's hard to be too surprised about that because I already saw Mobile Suit Gundam Odysseus Trojan Horse. I've already seen his Noble Phantasm using him as a support before. So like, I kind of knew that'd be like crazy technology. What the spaceship thingy, I'm assuming it's probably some gods. Or maybe heroic spirit on their side's noble phantasm. Or maybe it's just a piece of tech. It could be just a piece of tech, which would be pretty insane. Like, I wouldn't put it past Wodime to be able to come up with something. Letting you think of his Kansas and LB2, good point. I guess still chicken on that pain in the ass Artemis, yeah. Meanie. Yeah, they might have Artemis imprisoned because she's... and then that shadow is like... her projecting herself? Somehow, some way to keep an eye. I don't know. Again, I assume the mystery behind that shadow Artemis will get revealed as we go. But one thing that stood out to me actually before I sign off, when they were talking about, but like at the very beginning when they got into the Lost Belt, they're like, we're surrounded, and they read one servant reading, being Canis. They didn't recognize Odysseus as being a servant. So he must still be alive here, right? Especially since he was able to make someone his servant. Because remember, at the beginning, he also summoned someone. Which, again, if he was a caster class, which we know he's not, that'd be one thing. But I feel like it's still pretty unprecedented for any non-caster class servant to be able to summon other servants. I didn't show us yet who it was. They summoned, yeah. Whoever it was has amnesia, apparently. Which is... interesting. I feel like the whole "Are you my master?" line is a false flag. They want you to think it's Artoria. I don't think it is, though. I would be flabbergasted if it was. You know, we haven't seen Emiya alter in a while. Haven't seen Emiya alter since... it was just Shinjuku and Seraph, right? He wasn't in anything else, so... and he hasn't really gotten much closure. I'm only thinking Emiya alter because Emiya and FSN briefly had amnesia. Sort of. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. I honestly have no idea. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, that's gonna do it. thanks for watching, and yeah, many questions to be answered. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.